Ning Nä Dramba Vel Lame Jinji Lobje Bumelana Yula Geba Vel Lame Jinji Lobje Lambadeji Dunganeva Dulame Jingi Lobje Dulabaje Nayameva Dalelame Jingi Lobje Trumenelu Tavaroba Belen Lame Jingi Lobje Gyan Gyan Ganje Dozul Jawa Belelame Jingi Lobje Nayenoni Lengi Drupam Belelame Jingi Lobje Dandan Yodo Jingi Lobje Nyowan Yodo Jingi Lobje Lendo Diru Jingi Lobje Don't hold you, Jingi Lobje Delen Lame Number the Bala Gejig zamyalo dami gejing. Jizelek bardo we mugugi. Lame jin labzem labju bajo. Belden zawe lama rindoje. Dagi ninga benodin jula. Kandin den mogen ages unde. Uzundugi ondrup zabu. Homage to Arya Lokeshvaram, the compassion of all the conquering Buddhas of the 10 directions, numbering as many as the atoms of the countless worlds, as deep as an ocean and attached, completely attached to living beings, from which was born that perfect splendor of wonderful qualities, renowned as Avalokiteshvara, the great guide, the jewel mountain upon whom we should all rely. To you I bow. Upon a mandala replete with the light of the moon, your feet like pure lotus petals stand together in the center of a pure and fresh lotus. In the world you radiate with perfect clarity like the moon when full. Seeing you, the heart is relieved of all pain, and great joy is spread everywhere. Though your compassion is as cool as a touch of snow, it nevertheless burns away the hordes of demons. Though your wisdom is far beyond phenomena characterized by signs, mandalas of detailed elaboration nevertheless appear to it. Though you have crossed over samsara, you constantly show birth in the 3 realms. The wise are amazed at such illusion-like activities. Permeating all phenomena, you are the orb of the sky in the clear autumn night. Relied upon constantly by all fortunate beings, you are uncomplainingly a great earth. Dispelling the darkness of ignorance of the entire world, you are the blazing sun. Soothing the torment of the mind burned by anger, you are the moon. You show the mandala of your beautiful face like a fully bloomed white lotus. As white as rock crystal in a pure conch shell, you possess the beauty of youth. In the midst of limitless and vast clouds of offerings, you enjoy magical play with the liberating goddess. Radiant amid in a mirage of countless sugatas, bodhisattvas, and wrathful demons. All those who have fallen to the wretched states of being, tormented by the myriad sufferings brought on by fire, water, pernicious fortune, and the wrath of kings and the like, are drawn up one after the other by your rays of light, as if they were being bathed by the moon, and brought to enjoy the supreme bliss of the gods. Your fragrant braids of hair tied up upon your head blend with the blue light of the sky. The mighty Buddha Amitabha sits beautifully in its center as your lineage crown. Your right hand in the mudra of giving, from whose fingertips constantly fall drops of white nectar like shining pearls that soothe the torment of the hungry ghost. Your left hand resting upon your hip in graceful pose, a beautiful and pure form prostrated to by Brahma, Indra, and other arrogant gods. You are therefore the mighty one of the world. You reveal 1,000 other hands adorned with the mudra of the wheel, the lotus, the arrow, the bow, and so on. Possessing 1,000 eyes, you show perfectly 11 beautiful faces. Some you emanate as Singanada, leader of the delicious Nagas. To others you are Amogapaisha, Legalanta, and so forth. At all times you are Hayagriva, the destroyer of hundreds and all rather wrathful. Sometimes you are Black Mahakala, and others who shatter the 3 worlds, but your mind never strays from compassion. The vast expanse of worlds that stretches throughout the space knows no end. Yet you emanate as many forms as there are living beings in these worlds, all of which is done without the thought to move even a mere single hair. Like rain falling from the clouds, you have no deliberation. You have left behind all words that do not in any way serve living beings. Your unending melody of speech, in tune with the mentality of each being, teaches pathways of Dharma greater in number than the drops in the ocean. Those whose ears receive your speech will dwell perfectly within your words. Like the singing of a beautiful youth that blends with the sounds of the many-stringed vina of celestial musicians. Your words light the mind, yet you will destroy the desires of the desirous. Like the thunder that roars throughout the sky, your speech resounds far and high, and yet those struck by fright, their fear is at once reduced to mere words. When you turn the wheel of the Dharma in a voice of high and pure tones endowed with every quality, order to liberate those wandering in samsara, constantly trapped by unstable birth and death. You have already perfected the features of each of the Buddhas of the past, present, and future. Therefore, as a master of fearless qualities of speech, you are renowned as the Guru of all worlds. Living beings love themselves, yet sometimes out of anger, they are intent on killing themselves. You, however, constantly look upon living beings as a mother would look upon her only child. Long ago, your mind cast away even the tiniest thought of doing harm to others. You love therefore that those like me have for themselves cannot come anywhere near a fraction of your compassion. You never ceasing peaceful gaze is as calming as being bathed in the scented waters of camphor, sandalwood, and vetiver grass. One part of your eyes is forever fixed upon the appearance of sentient beings, and yet your mind rests in the Dharma Dhatu, while the proliferation of experience and appearance is dissolved. Is constantly embraced for the supreme bliss of movement still, such a mind I prostrate. I pray that the rains of your nectar will cool the hot hells, where beings are being burned alive by flames that blaze on all sides, where murderous butchers surround and terrify them, their mouths agape, their eyes red and staring, where others are boiled like grains of wheat in vats of molten copper. I pray that your warm touch protects those in the cold hells, where flesh and bones are torn apart by the cold. I pray that you send forth a nectar rain of food and clothing to hungry ghosts, whose stomachs are the size of mountains, and yet whose throats are blocked, whose limbs are as thin as veins, whose bodies are emaciated and covered with dust, with sparks flying from their limbs with their limb joints rubbed together, for whom merely looking at water causes it to dry up, and who are constantly weary and tormented by thirst, for animals who will even throw away their precious lives in pursuit of the tiniest happiness of just a morsel of food, who have no way of developing virtue and reducing non-virtue, who are ugly in shape and color and constantly of low merit. I pray that you grant to them the ability to remember virtue, so that they will be able to live a life of happiness. Even the lights and pleasures of the celestial king Brahma, enjoyed with the celestial mansions that light. One day, through the force of transience, fade away, and he who will plunge into the fires of hell, where even his bones and metal would be torn away. Young ghosts will lie on soft beds that bring pleasure to touch, and who play and frolic in the beautiful pleasure gardens, will one day drink clothing melted metal, and be dragged across ground strewn with sharp iron thorns. Those that are high will quickly become lowly serpents fit only to be kicked, like the flowers at the end of autumn. This time of youth will soon fade. Like enjoying a borrowed ornament, this wealth will definitely disappear in time. Like a flash of lightning, even my life appears only for a moment. The world after this one is far from the one we are used to, and I alone who must wander in its dense darkness. So it is that in this terrifying state of samsara, the deception of the mental afflictions will ultimately let us down. I beg that you lift us with a hand of compassion from this ocean of suffering. It is true that the teachings of the Buddha are a tradition well established in this land surrounded by snowy mountains, but most Dharma practitioners are shorn of the clothes of ethics, and like naked wanderers have abandoned all shame. They befriend lay people, look toward them, and engage in acts looked upon by the wise. Alas, the sun of the sacred Dharma has almost set between the mountains. The powerful eagerly pursue their own desires, fight amongst each other, and mistreat the weak. The poor are constantly in servitude, and cannot find even mere figure food. In such a dreadful state of degeneration, if we were to be ignored by you, noble one, then what did your promise of the past mean? Who can your subjects turn to for refuge? Even your own name is blessed. Whoever hears it will be freed from fear. Those who keep your name in mind will reap fruit similar to performing devotions to countless Buddhas. This has been taught by the great sage with words of truth. And so, with great hope, we make a prayer to you, great protector, who have left behind the mind that is distracted elsewhere, who rescue these desperate listening beings. I pray that all living beings devote themselves to the three jewels, that they have faith in cause and effect, and follow always the path of Dharma. I pray that with countless restful and emanations, all perfectly suited to the various steps and merits of living beings, you who bring amidst all dear friends, will fall into the dreadful state of samsara. May I too have a great devotion to you, have the same intelligence that knows the truth of the way things are, as well as the complete disenchantment with samsara, and strive over many lives to work for those with compassion May I attain the wisdom and the power will crush all Maras. May I develop in the ways of pure Dhamma and nourish living beings for a long time. I am one of low intelligence, but the milk lake of faith in my mind has risen up to produce those animated and beautiful white bubbles. Praise this garland of words, exaltation and lament. Whoever reads, hears, or recalls it, may they be all be freed from the taints of wrong deeds, and be cared for in the Potala Pure Land by the great and supreme conqueror of Avalokiteshvara. I instantaneously arise as the holy body of the great compassionate one. Om Manda Great Om Om Zabhava Judo Zavadama Zubhava Judo Om. The offering substances become just empty. From within emptiness, from broom syllables, vast and extensive precious vessels arise. Within each syllable all melt into light, from which arise drinking water, water for the feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music. Empty in nature, they have the aspect of the individual types of offerings, the function to bestow a special uncontaminated bliss. Om Agama, Om Padima, Om Pujvaya, Om Dubaya, Om Alagya, Om Gyandaya, Om Nevarya, Om Jada. I go for refuge into light, into the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. My collection of generosity and so forth may become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. I go for refuge to light into the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. My collections of generosity and so forth may become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. I go for refuge to light into the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. My collections of generosity and so forth may become a Buddha to benefit all migrating beings. With a thought desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge to the Buddha, the Dharma, and Sangha, to the heart of enlightenment and achieved. Perseverance, acting with loving compassion, loving kindness, in the presence of the Buddhas, for the benefit of sentient beings. I generate the thought of full enlightenment. The thought desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, to the heart of enlightenment is achieved. Perseverance, acting with wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness, for the benefit of the Buddhas, for the benefit of sentient beings. Generate the thought of full enlightenment. The thought desiring to liberate migrating beings, I always go for refuge of the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, to the heart of enlightenment is achieved. Perseverance, acting with wisdom, compassion, and loving kindness in the presence of the Buddhas, the benefit of sentient beings that generate the thought of full enlightenment. Rays of light emanate from this white free, rest in the moon disk at the heart of oneself. Visualize as the great compassionate one. Invoking from the natural abode, Gurya Iyer, great compassionate one, having the aspect of 11 faces, surrounded by the root and lineage gurus, the assembly of deities of the great compassionate one, and an assembly of meditational deities, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dakas, and Dakinis, Dharma protectors and guardians, all abiding in the space before me on a wide-stemmed thousand-petaled lotus. Embodying all Buddhas and holders of the Vajra, roots of the three sublime ones, to all gurus I prostrate. One never tires of seeing your Vajra body's beauty. Its qualities beyond the two gurus' forms I prostrate. Melodious Brahma-like speech was like the mighty lion. Terrifies non-believers, to gurus' speech I prostrate. Wisdom of bliss and voidness, like spaces free of concepts. Dwelling in triple freedom, to gurus' minds I prostrate. Sugata Dharmakaya, you see all six realms beings. 11th head pervades all, Amitabha I prostrate. Who helps according to need, with eyes of thousand Buddhas. With arms of thousand monarchs, to Chenri's ego I prostrate. Dakini Lakshman Kara Marianda Vajanu. Yeshe Zamboda Gyaltsen, the lineage I prostrate. Chenrezi's great compassion, Manjushi's mindful knowing. Songkapa, jewel of sages, Lozang Drakpa I prostrate. Guarding with great compassion, oceans of boundless merit. Founders who are all knowing, Tathagatas I prostrate. The path of sublime meaning, which frees us from our passions, frees us from subverting realms, to Dhamma's peace I prostrate. Abiding in three trainings, showing the path of freedom, endowed with realization, sublime Sangha I prostrate. Born into the Shaka clan, destroyer of all evils, form like a golden mountain, to Shaka's king I prostrate. A refuge for the guideless, you breathe and untimely death. Chief of the guides of this world, Amitayas I prostrate. Bhagavan with great compassion, you cleanse away poison sickness. Purify bad migrations, Lapis Buddha I prostrate. You with youthful appearance, adorned with lamp of wisdom. Dispel darkness of three worlds, do not Tree I prostrate. Much praised by all the Buddhas, vast merits you collected. Given the name Chenrezi, always to you I prostrate. Sangedra Hanijinor, Palmagawa Donyasha. And to you, hala hala, all Chenrezi I prostrate. Agyandorji Chuwanchu, Dringon on Hari Hari. Aryas of 10 directions, all Chenrezi I prostrate. Tari frees from samsara, to Tari from the fears. Tari frees from all disease, Mother Tara I prostrate. You scare as Mahabala, as Mantra King, your virtuous. Taming all the unsubdued, Vajrapani I prostrate. Equaling all the atoms, birth my body's prostrate. With confidence unshaking, to all those worthy of praise. Homage to the useful Arya Majushri. You lions among humans, of past, present, and future. In all corners of this world, with all my 3 doors I bend. By power of this prayer, seeing Buddhas directly, I bow to them with bodies as many as all atoms. On each atom are Buddhas as many as all atoms. Like this I have conviction that everywhere are Buddhas, acclaiming all these Buddhas with endless oceans of praise. Ocean-like melodious sounds, I sing Sugata's praises, the best of all the flowers, garlands, symbols, and ointments. From sparols and incense I offer to the conquerors. Supreme fragrances, garments, a mirror of medicines. Exquisite things well displayed I offer to the conquerors. With strong faith in good actions, I prostrate to all conquerors. Offer them these offerings extensive and unsurpassed. Offering goddesses arise from the syllable free at one's heart and make offerings. Maria Lugi Vara Zabari Varam Agam Bradija Zuha Maria Lugi Vara Zabari Varam Varyam Bradija Zuha Maria Lugi Vara Zabari Varam Ujbe Bradija Zuha Maria Lugishvara Zabariwa Ube Bradija Zuha Maria Lugishvara Zabariwa Aloke Bradija Zuha Maria Lugishvara Zabariwa Yende Bradija Zuha Umarya Lugishvara Zapariwa Nivedye Bradija Zuha Umarya Lugishvara Zapariwa Nada Bradija Zuha. Yingambu Haju Om Benda Bume Ahum Wanjagi Zaji Om Benda Regi Ahum Tijari Goyugi Gorweosu Rigya Bori Rajalu Babo Rozambule Nubalanjo Chandra Minyan Ludalu Bangaya Yadanda Longro Draminyan Draminyan Gita Imboje Rewa Bazangijin Suyeba Mama Bailo Do Bolorin Boje Noborin Boje Sunmarin Boje Lambarin Boje Dajorin Boje Mamarin Boje President Boje Dejan Boye Bomba Gema Drema Luma Gama Vedama Dubama Nanduma Vedama Nima Dawa Rindoje Dujule Number Gyawegyabze Uzalana Ni Daja Bumzunzo Bama Zawame Bazani Yudowa Sinda Denjen Zawaram Gibaje Belden Lama Damba Namba Badu Yam Badu Duje Jembo Hasu Goran Jebana Lajingam Duagyo Tuje Jue Dondu Jesu Zolje Nedanda Zodro Amange Namge Taranya Betsu Tamjela Tuse Wajimbu Gane Jingila Tuso Zajibulgi Meido Kariralim Miregyambarim Sangilindum Menebuargi Dorgunalajilam Javayodagijanam Mondungewem Dudanyavarezon Dudalon Jorgen Albumeba Burgilegenem Yurgzorangzadruva Zingila Belelame Udedamba Lam Whatever evil I have done with my body, speech, and mind, under the control of attachment, hatred, confusion, ignorance, I confess them all individually. From the addition to Badada Bayana Bazagivin Chingaltama Chuxalo, from the addition to Badada Bayana Bazagivin Chingaltama Chuxalo, from the addition to Badada Bayana Bazagivin Chingaltama Chuxalo, from the addition to Badada Bayana Bazagivin Chingaltama Chuxalo, from the addition to Badada Bayana Bazagivin Chingaltama Chuxalo, from the addition to Badada Bayana Bazagivin Chingaltama Chuxalo, from the addition to Badada Bayana Bazagivin Chingaltama Chuxalo, Uno Bhagavate Ranekideva Jaya Dekadaya, there is a mix of Buddha. Adam Rane, Maharane, Rane Vijay Soham. Namo Bhagavate Ranekideva Jaya Dekadaya, there is a mix of Buddha. Adam Rane, Maharane, Rane Vijay Soham. Namo Bhagavate Ranekideva Jaya Dekadaya, there is a mix of Buddha. Adam Rane, Maharane, Rane Vijay Soham. Namo Bhagavate Ranekideva Jaya Dekadaya, there is a mix of Buddha. Adam Rane Maharane Vijayasu. Namo Bhagavate Rane Kite Rajaya Tatakataya Are the Mixan Budaya. Adam Rane Maharane Vijayasu. Namo Bhagavate Rane Kite Rajaya Tatakataya Are the Mixan Budaya. Adam Rane Maharane Vijayasu. Namo Bhagavate Rane Kite Rajaya Tatakataya Are the Mixan Budaya. Adam Rane Maharane Vijayasu. Om Namo Manjushri Amazurri Ma Udhamashri Soham. Om Namo Manjushri Amazurri Nama Udhamashri Soham. Om Namo Manjushri Nama Shri Namahi Rama Shri Zuha. I tell the Gajati at all times, take refuge in the Guru, I take refuge in the Buddha, take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I tell the Gajati at all times, take refuge in the Guru, I take refuge in the Buddha, take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I tell the Gajati at all times, take refuge in the Guru. Take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. The founder Bhagavan Tharagara Hathalaki Buddhist Buddha, always conquer Shaki Buddha, I prostrate. That I got a further strong of my essence, I prostrate. That I got a radiant jewel, I prostrate. That I got a king of the nuggets, I prostrate. That I got an army of heroes, I prostrate. That I got a lighted hero, I prostrate. That I got a jewel fire, I prostrate. That I got a jewel moonlight, I prostrate. That I got a meaningful to see, I prostrate. That I got a jewel moon, I prostrate. That I got a stainless one, I prostrate. That I got bestowed with courage, I prostrate. That I got a pure one, I prostrate. That I got a bestowed with purity, I prostrate. That I got a water god, I prostrate. That I got a deity of the water god, I prostrate. That I got a glorious goodness, I prostrate. That I got a glorious sandalwood, I prostrate. That I got a infinite splendor, I prostrate. That I got a glorious light, I prostrate. That I got a source glory, I prostrate. That I got a bestowed freedom from the craving, I prostrate. That I got a glorious flower, I prostrate. That I got a pure light, I still had known my play, I prostrate. Tathagata lotus light rays clothing where play I prostrate. Tathagata glorious wealth I prostrate. Tathagata glorious mindfulness I prostrate. Tathagata sir Tathagata glorious name merely down I prostrate. Tathagata king lord of the king holy victor bitter foremost power I prostrate. Tathagata glorious one totally subduing I prostrate. Tathagata the victorious in battle I prostrate. Tathagata glorious transcendence subduing I prostrate. Tathagata glorious manifestation believing in God I prostrate. Tathagata subduing to lotus I prostrate. The Haradagara, harp of the Gazeta Buddha, King Lord of the Mountain, firmly sees unto the lotus I prostrate. Then Vanda Bhagavan had heart of the Gazeta Buddha, glorious conquer shocking many Buddha I prostrate. Ragada thoroughly strong in fire essence I prostrate. Ragada radiant jewel I prostrate. Ragada King Lord of the Nagas I prostrate. Ragada army of heroes I prostrate. Ragada lighted hero I prostrate. Ragada word of fire I prostrate. Ragada jewel moon I prostrate. Ragada meaningful to see I prostrate. That I got a Jill Moon I prostrate, that I got a stainless one I prostrate, that I got a bestowed with courage I prostrate, that I got a pure one I prostrate, that I got a bestowed with purity I prostrate, that I got a water god I prostrate, that I got a deity of the water god I prostrate, that I got a glorious goodness I prostrate, that I got a glorious sandalwood I prostrate, that I got a bright splendor I prostrate, that I got a glorious light I prostrate, that I got a starless glory I prostrate, that I got a son of uncreating I prostrate, that I got a glorious flower I prostrate, that I got a pure light whose clothing by play I prostrate, that I got a lotus light whose clothing by play I prostrate, that I got a glorious breath I prostrate, that I got a glorious mindfulness I prostrate, that I got a glorious name one day now I prostrate, that I got a king of the victor, ben I promise power I prostrate. To that had I got a glorious one headless of doing I prostrate, that I got a glorious head of the victorious in battle I prostrate. That I got a glorious trin head of subduing I prostrate, that I got a glorious manifestation, illuminating all I prostrate, that I got also doing Lord Lotus I prostrate. To that had I got a Pavlika but a glory, King of Bloodies, King of Lord of the Mountains, from Caesar that fell Judah Lotus I prostrate. To the Bhagavan had ha ha, Pavlika but a glorious conquer Shaki many but I prostrate. The Bhagavad destroying the body essence I prostrate. Taragavadi and Jewel I prostrate. The King Lord of the Nagas I prostrate. The army of heroes I prostrate. The delighted hero I prostrate. The Rachel Fire I prostrate. The Jewel Moonlight I prostrate. The meaningful to see I prostrate. The Jewel Moon I prostrate. The stainless one I prostrate. The bestowed the courage I prostrate. The pure one I prostrate. The bestowed of purity I prostrate. To the water god I prostrate. The deity of the water god I prostrate. The glorious goodness I prostrate. The glorious sandalwood I prostrate. The splendor I prostrate. The glorious light I prostrate. The solid glory I prostrate. Um, I'm craving I prostrate. I got a glorious flower I prostrate. I got a pure light disclosure. No, my player prostrate. That I got a lotus light disclosure. No, my player prostrate. I got a glorious wealth I prostrate. I got a glorious mindfulness I prostrate. I got a glorious name. I lay down I prostrate. I got a king of the glory. A king of the victor banner from a star I prostrate. I got a glorious one totally subduing I prostrate. I got a victorious in battle I prostrate. I got a glorious transcendence through subduing I prostrate. To that had I got glorious manifestation, eliminating all I prostrate. The Dagada also doing blue lotus I prostrate. The Dagada king, lord of the mountains, firmly seated jewel lotus I prostrate. The Bhagavan had a obligate bit about a Ramus, king of the banquet signs I prostrate. The Bhagavan had a obligate about a king of bloody sun, brilliant range of skill, to Jerusalem lotus I prostrate. The Bhagavan had a obligate about a stainless excellent gold, unlimited ink jewels, all promises, all conduct I prostrate. Bhagavan had a obligate bit about a glorious supreme and freedom star I prostrate. The Bhagavan had Pavlagit Vedabara. British Ocean I proclaimed on my prostrate. The Bhagavan had Pavlagit Vedabara. I lay down with the siblings, supreme wisdom and understanding of my prostrate. The Bhagavan had Pavlagit Vedabara. Medicine deity king of Lapis Lazuli light I prostrate. All you 35 Buddhists, 7 medicine Buddhists, and others, as many Tathagata hearts, perfectly fitted Buddhas, as there are existing, sustaining, and residing in all the world systems, the 10 directions, all you Buddha Bhagavans, please pay attention to me. This life and all the states of rebirth in which I have circled in samsara throughout beginningless lives. Whatever negative actions I have created, may those creator endures in the creation of. There are possessions of the stupa, possessions of the sangha, or possessions of the song of the tender actions that I have appropriated, so the appropriator endures in the appropriation of. To determine the 5 actions of immediate retribution I have done, cause to be done, or endures in the doing of. To determine the 10 non-virtuous passive actions I have engaged in, cause others to engage in, endures in the engaging of. Whatever I have done being obscured by these karmas that causes me to be born as descendant being the hell realm, the animal realm, the preta realm, and in the earlier country of the barbarian or as long life god. The imperfect faculties holding around the user not being placed with Buddhist ascent. The presence of Buddha Bhagavans with transcendental wisdom, who are eyes or witnesses were valid. See the mission consciousness, I admit and confess all these negativities. I do not conceal them nor hide them, and for now and in the future I will abstain and refrain from repeating them again. O Buddha Bhagavan, please pay attention to me in this life and all the states of rebirth in which I have circled in samsara through a beginningless life. Whenever it's a virtue I created by generosity, even as little as giving would melt for the fruit of being born in the animal realm. Whenever it's a virtue I created by guarding morality, whatever virtue is created by fully over conduct, whatever it's a virtue I created by fully ripening sentient beings, whatever it's a virtue I created by generating bodhicitta, whatever it's a virtue I created by unsurpassed transcendental of wisdom, all these assembled and gathered, combined together, I fully dedicated the unsurpassed, the unexcelled, the higher than the high, the superior to the superior, dedicated to the highest perfect complete enlightenment. Here's Buddha the fully dedicated. Shooter Buddha Bhagavan will fully dedicate. Suppressingly abiding Buddha Bhagavan the fully dedicating like they are dedicated fully. Confess all negativities individually or rejoice in all merits. And impress all the Buddhas may achieve that supreme brilliance on the wisdom. The conqueror is the best of humans, those living the present time, those living the past, those likewise come. All those who have qualities vast as an infinite ocean with hands full that I approach for refuge. Woe is me, O great Guru of Adadara, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas who abide in the 10 directions, and all of the venerable Sangha, please pay attention to me. I am called into Gaje, circling in psychical existence in beginningless time till the present, propelled by mental afflictions of attachment, hatred, and ignorance by means of body, speech, and mind. Yet without non-virtuous actions, I have engaged in the 5 uninterrupted negative karmas and the 5 nearing uninterrupted negative karmas. Transgress the vows of individual liberation, transgress the vows of bodhisattvas, and transgress the secret mantra disrespectful to my parents, and disrespectful to my Vajra masters and my abbot, and disrespectful to my spiritual friends living in ordination. I committed actions harmful to the 3 blind ones, abandoned the holy Dharma, criticized the Arya Sangha, harmed any beings, and so on. These and the many other non-virtuous actions I have done, of the others to do, and reduced to the doing of doing, and so forth. Present the great Guru of Vajradhara are the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who abide in the 10 directions and venerable Sangha. I make this entire collection of faults and degradations that are obstacles to my own higher rebirth and liberation, and causes the cycle existence of miserable lower rebirths. I do not conceal them, and I accept them as negative. I possess them, and by doing these actions again in the future, by confessing and acknowledging them, I will attain and abide in happiness. By not confessing and acknowledging them, true happiness will not come. I rejoice in all positive potential of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, solitary realizers, spiritual training, and those beyond, of all transmigratory beings. You hold the bright light of worlds in 10 directions, who obtained the Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening. All you who are my guides, please turn the supreme wheel of Dharma. With palms together, earnestly the request to actualize Nirvana. Please say thus for into the evidence that into the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wonders and samsara. Word of the sight birds which are created by shooting, manifesting, rejoicing and urging and requesting at it all full awakening. Mamo gajila zambara bara bara mahashuda sattva bhava vibhushida buddha dara dara samanda havalagide om bezo. Om Mamo gajila zambara bara bara mahashuda sattva bhava vibhushida buddha dara dara samanda havalagide om Zuha Om Mama Gajila Zambara Barabar Mahajuda Zada Baba Vibushid Ujadara Dara Zamanda Habulgid Umbe Zomo. Zamanda Valagade Hunde Svo. And maintain faultless morality with Dharma rules and immaculate morality, and complete the perfection of moral conduct by keeping morality purely and untainted by pride. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from happiness that knows no suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of attachment and hatred for those held close and distant. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from happiness that knows no suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of attachment and hatred for those held close and distant. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from happiness that knows no suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of attachment and hatred for those held close and distant. The deities of the field of collecting merit return to their own abodes. Om Sobawa Judo, Sawadama Sobawa Judo Hom. Natures of myself, the deities to be meditated upon, and all phenomena are in essence of one tasted emptiness. From the sphere of emptiness, the aspect of the tone of the mantra Mani Padme Hum resounds, pervading their endless space. My mind, in the aspect of the undifferentiable substance of myself and the deity, becomes a moon mandala, upon which the very aspect of the tone of the mantra resounding in space is set down, having the form of written syllables, like very pure mercury adhering to grains of gold. that completely transforms into 1,000-petaled lotus as brilliant as refined gold, marked at the center by the mantra Mani Padme Hum. From the tips of multicolored light rays emitted from the moon, lotus, and mantra, innumerable holy bodies of the Arya Avalokiteshvara spread out, pervading all the realms of space. Great clouds of miraculously emanated offerings are beautifully offered to the Buddhas and their children. From yet another great emanated cloud, a continuous rain of nectar descends, extinguishing the fires of suffering of all languages of the hells and other realms. They are satisfied with bliss and become Avalokiteshvara. Then the light rays along with the bodies of the deity to return and enter to one's own mind, the aspect of the moon mandala, lotus, and mantra garland. These transform into a multicolored lotus and moon seat, upon which oneself arises as Arya Avalokiteshvara, with a white-colored body in the prime of youth, radiating rays of light. Of the 11 faces, the root face is white, the right green, and the left red. Above that, the central face is green, the right red, and the left white. Above that, the central face is red, the right face is red, the right white, and the left green. They also have long, narrow eyes and smiling expressions. Above these is a wrathful black face with barred fangs and wrathful wrinkles, a third eye and orange hair standing upright. On the crown is a peaceful red face with a crown protrusion, having a chaste aspect devoid of ornaments with its own neck. The first two hands are folded at the heart and hold a jewel. The second right hand holds a rosary. The third eliminates the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost by sending down a stream of nectar from the mudra of granting sublime realizations. And the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a golden lotus with a stem. The third holds a water vessel. And the fourth holds a bow and arrow. The remaining 992 hands, as soft as lotus petals, are in the mudra of granting sublime realizations. In the palm of every hand is an eye. The hands do not extend above the crown protrusion nor below the knee. The antelope skin covers the left breast, and there is a lower garment of fine cloth. I am endowed with a golden belt adorned with jewels, and beautified with locks of orange hair. I have a jeweled crown, earrings, necklace, armlets, bracelets, and anklets. There are garments of various colored silk and radiant rays of white light. On the crown of the central head is a white Om, throughout a red eye, and at the heart a blue Hum. Upon a moon mandala at the heart is a white Hri, the long vowel and subsequent aspiration. Om Namo Bhavaye Zuham. 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 Light rays radiate from the Hri at the heart, invoking from the natural abode Arya Avalokiteshvara, surrounded by the entire assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Om Arya Lokeshvara Zabari Varabara Samaya Zaza Hum Lam Ho. They become non-dual with oneself, the commitment being. Again, light rays radiate from the Hri at one's heart, invoking the empowering deities, the five Buddha families with Amitabha as their principal, together with their retinues. Om Panchakula Sabari Varahagam Pratijam Zoham. Om Panchakula Sabari Varabhadyam Pratijam Zoham. Om Panchakula Sabari Varabhadyam Pratijam Zoham. Om Panchakula Sabari Dube Bradija Zuham. Om Panchakula Sabari Alage Bradija Zuham. Om Panchakula Sabari Alage Bradija Zuham. Om Panchakula Sabari Nevedye Bradija Zuham. Om Panchagula Zaparivaram Adam Gadijazuham. All Tadakaras, please bestow the empowerment upon me. Requested thus, the goddess dressed in white and the others who emitted from the Tadakara's hearts hold aloft vases filled with nectar and say, just as at the very time of birth, the David offered ablution to the Buddha, so do I with pure divine water offer ablution to the holy body. Om Sarvadadagada Vijikada Samaya Shriya. They bestow the empowerment, thereby the entire body is filled and all the 5 months are purified. From a transformation of the exist water remaining in the crown, the head becomes adored with the Abhitaba on the crown, who is in the very nature of one's guru. The blue Akshobi on the forehead, yellow Ratna Sambhava behind the right ear, white Varochana at the back, and green Amoghasiddhi behind the left ear. On a moon cushion at one's heart is the exalted wisdom being Arya Avalokiteshvara, with a white-colored holy body, one face and 2 hands. The right hand is in the mudra of granting sublime realizations, and the left holds a lotus at his heart. The moon cushion at his heart is marked by the concentration being a white tree, the long vowel and subsequent aspiration. Om Nanda Great Home Be Om Sabhavajita Suvadama Sabhavajita Om. The offering substances become just empty. From within emptiness, from broom syllables, arsenic scents of precious vessels arise. Within each the syllable O melts into light from which arise drinking water, water for the feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music. Empty in nature, they have the aspect of the individual types of offerings and function to bestow special entertainment into his bliss. Amargama Om Om Bhujbea Om Dubea Om Alagya Om Gyandaya Om Nivedya Om Shabda Maria Lugis Vara Zabari Vara Hargam Pradija Maria Lugis Vara Zabari Vara Bhadyam Pradija Maria Lugis Vara Zabari Vara Bhujde Pradija Maria Lugi Vara Zabari Waru Dube Bradi Jazu Maria Lugi Vara Zabari Vara Lugi Bradi Jazu Maria Lugi Vara Zabari Vara Giande Bradi Jazu Maria Lugishvara Sabari Vara Nivedye Bradi Jazu Maria Lugishvara Sabari Vara Jada Bradi Jazu. Highly venerated by all the Buddhas, he accumulated all holy qualities. No one could bear the name of Electrify, I approach the always merciful one. Om Guru Zavadada Gada Gaya Vakita Badra Banar Mina Zavadada Gada Badra Bada Baranam Guru Om Bazamaraji is 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 Om. On a moon disk at one's heart is a concentration being the syllable Hari, surrounded by garlands of the mantras to be recited, white in color and spinning clockwise. Light rays radiate from them, filling all the inside of one's body and purifying all negativities and obscurations. Light rays radiate outwards from which an incalculable assembly of deities of the great compassionate one are emitted, purifying the negativities and obscurations of all sentient beings, and setting them in the state of Ayurveda. These then collect back and dissolve into the heat of one heart. Namo Radhadraya Ya Namo Haryadya Nazai Vajaya Tata Gadaya Hare Samyak Sambhudaya Namazarva Tata Gadavya Hadevin Samya Sambhudaya Namarya Bhurgita Saraya Bodhisattva Mahasattva Mahagarunika Dayada Ondara Dara Diri Diri Duru Duru Idevade Sale Sale Prasale Prasale Guzume Guzuma Vare Ile Mele Dede Bala Mabana Yesu Dar 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 Dar. Om Nanda Great Om Om Subhava Juru Savadama Subhava Juru Om. The mandala becomes just empty. From within emptiness, a white broom radiating 5-colored light rays separates from the tree at my heart and comes to rest at the side of the mandala. It transforms into a multicolored lotus, on which rests a multicolored crossed vajra. Upon its central hub is the inestimable mansion composed of a variety of jewels. It is square with 4 doors and 4 archways. In the middle of that is an 8-petaled lotus, at the center of which is the precious throne, upon which are variegated lotus and moon. On each of the petals in the 4 directions is the moon's seat. Upon the central cushion is a white syllable Hari, which becomes a white 8-petaled lotus, as brilliant as a fine gold and marked by the syllable Hari. Light rays radiate from it, making offerings to the Arya beings and enacting the welfare of all sentient beings. They collect back, and from the transformation arises Arya Avalokiteshvara, with a white-colored body in the prime of youth and radiating rays of light. Of the 11 faces, the root face is white, the right green, and the left red. Above that, the central face is green, the right red, and the left white. Above that, the central face is red, the right white, and the left green. They also have long, narrow eyes and smiling expressions. Above these is a wrathful black face with barred fangs and wrathful wrinkles, a third eye and orange hair standing upright. On its crown is a peaceful red face with a crown protrusion, having a chaste aspect devoid of ornaments, with its own neck. The first 2 hands are folded at the heart and hold the jewel. Second right hand holds a rosary. Third eliminates the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost by sending down a stream of nectar from his mudra of granting sublime realizations. And the fourth holds a wheel. The second left hand holds a golden lotus with a stem. Third holds a water vessel, and the fourth holds a bow and arrow. The remaining 992 hands as soft as lotus petals are in the mudra of granting sublime realizations. The palm of every hand is an eye. The hands do not extend above the crown protrusion nor below the knees. An antelope skin covers the left breast, and there is a lower garment of fine cloth. He is endowed with a golden belt with jewels, and is beautified with locks of orange hair. He has a jeweled crown, earrings, necklace, armlets, bracelets, and anklets, wears garments of various colored silks, and radiates rays of white light. In the east, from home, blow Akshobhya, right hand pressing the earth, left in equipoise. In the south, from Drum, yellow Ratna Sambhava, right hand giving the sublime, left in equipoise. In the west, from home, right Vadarchana, with the mudra of supreme enlightenment. In the north, from green Amoga Siddhi, right hand giving refuge, left in the mudra of equipoise. They are also beautified with precious ornaments and garments of various silks, and seated with their legs in the Vajra posture. On upon a lotus at a moon's disk at the heart of the principal deity is a white tree, from which light rays radiate, invoking from the potala in the southern direction Aryabhalokiteshvara, surrounded by the entire assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions. Om Arya Lokesh Vada Zabari Vada Vada Zamaya Dada Zahum Bam. They become non-dual with the commitment beings. The crowns of all the deities are marked by a white Om, the throats by a red Ah, and the hearts by a blue Hum. Again, light rays radiate from the Hri of the central deity's heart, invoking the empowering deities, the 5 Buddha families, with Amitabha as their principal, together with their retinues. Om Panjagula Sabari Varadam Gradijazuha. Om Panjagula Sabari Varadam Gradijazuha. Om Panjagula Sabari Varadam Gradijazuha. Om Panjagura Sabariwara Dube Bradijazoham. Om Panjagura Sabariwara Loge Bradijazoham. Om Panjagula Sabariwara Gende Bradijazoham. Om Panjagula Zabari Warani Vidye Pradija Zuha. Om Panjagula Zabari Warajabda Pradija Zuha. All Tathagatas, please bestow the empowerment upon him. Requested thus the goddess dressed in white and the others, who are limited from the Tathagatas' hearts, hold the love vases filled with nectar and say, just as at the very time of birth the eye would offer ablution to the Buddha, so do I with pure divine water offer ablution to the holy body. Om Zavadada Gadavi Jagada Samaya Kriya. They bestow the empowerment. Thereby the entire body is filled and all her defilements are purified. From a transformation of the excess water remaining in the crown, the head becomes adorned with the Amitabha on the crown, Akshobhya on the forehead, Vatnasambhava behind the right ear, Vajrachana at the back, and Amoghasiddhi behind the left ear. Om Manda Grid Om Om Sabhaja Savadama Sabhaja Om. The offering substances become just empty. From within emptiness, from broom syllables, vast and extensive precious vessels arise. Within each, the syllable Om melts into light, from which arise drinking water, water for the feet, flowers, incense, lamps, perfume, food, and music. Empty in nature, they have the aspect of the individual types of offerings, and function to bestow a special uncontaminated bliss. Margama Mumbadima Bujbaya Mumdubaya Alagaya Gandaya Nevadya Shabda Ruba Shabda Gandaya Rasa Sparsa Gyatsu Jutsu Drude Shingan Gyatsu Juyun Gyatsu Zo Yunden Gyatsu Gyawa Gorjela Deva Gyatsu Bolu Jesu Zo O Maria Lugi Vara Zabari Wan Ardam Pradija Zuha Gyawa Gyazile Drube Shingam Gyazu Nazil Gyazu Zog Yanden Gyazu Gyawa Forjela Deva Gyazu Bulu Jesu Zog O Maria Lugishvara Sapariwara Padyam Pradija Zuha Gyawa Gyazo Juzile Drube Lingam Gyazo Medu Gyazo Zok Yenden Gyazo Gyawa Gorjela Deba Gyazo Buddha Jesu Zok O Maria Lugishvara Sapariwara Tujbe Pradija Zuha Gyawa Gyazu Juzile Drube Lingam Gyazu Dubo Gyazu Zok Yanden Gyazu Gyawa Gorjela Deva Gyazu Bula Jesu O Maria Lugishvara Sapari Warum Tube Radija Zoham Gyawa Gyazu Juzile Drube Singam Gyazu Namzu Gyazu Zok Yunden Gyazu Gyawa Gorjela Deva Gyazu Bulu Jesu Zok O Maria Lugishvara Sabari Warum Aloke Pratija Zoha Gyawa Gyazu Juzile Drube Lingam Gyazu Drija Gyazu Zok Yanden Gyazu Yawa Borjela Deva Gyazu Bula Jesu O Maria Lugishvara Sabariwara Kende Pradija Zoha Gyawa Gyazu Juzile Drube Jingam Gyazu Zilze Gyazu Zog Yunden Gyazu Gyawa Gorjela Deva Gyazu Bula Jesu Zog O Maria Lugishvara Sapariwara Nevede Pradija Zoha Yawa Gyasu Chuzile Drube, Jingam Gyasu Roma Gyasu So, Yunin Gyasu Gyawa Korjela, Lepa Gyasu Buddha Jesus So, Om Narya Lugis Vada Sapari Vada, Shabda Pradija Zoham. Sonam Shingdu Girbe Zangela Nalaran Jinme Bezuk Jodi Nandan Yerme Sengi Bulana Yerme De Jentugi Shesuzom O Maria Lugishvara Sapadi Wara Riva Pradija Zoha Sunam Singhu Girbe Sangila Nalaranjin Nebe Dranyandi Nandam Yirme Sengi Bulana Yirme Deshin Tugi Shesuzo Om Arya Lugishvara Sabari Waru Kende Pradijanso Zona Jingde Girbe Zangela Nala Ranjin Mebe Rojodi Nanda Yirme Zengi Bulana Yirme De Jindugi Shesugo Om Maria Legi Vara Zabari Wan Gaza Bradija Zoham Sunam Jingdu Girbe Zangila Nala Ranjin Me Ve Jodi Nanda Girme Zengi Bulanam Yeme De Jentugi Jesuzo Om Maya Lugis Vadas Zapari Vadas Barza Badija Zoham Nazu Wamba Juda Ramjara Damare Nade Wigir Girbe Wasarin Jindala Janjibu Gubadambe Gugi Gyambasho Om Bada Bajaya Om Soham Yawa Zembe Rashin Gendenjir Genjen Dagi Gembani Selyan Rinjin Genjo Pue Drogengi Senbe Gembe Gulu Tobajo Om Badra Lamkara Mapujani Ahum Zoham Rinjin Sebe Tashi Bombadi Lasso Chugi Kande Puwayi Vedam Yamon Dreamak Kunjane Chandu Zengi Lengi Len Bajo Badakalaja Jingambu Haju Hum Danda Bumiao Monjin Zegi Sashi Wan Danda Rige Ahom Jidari Boyugi Gorwe Ozu Riga Bari Ram Shalu Babo Mo Zambuli Nubalan Judandraminius Ludan Lubavaya Damaya Yudin Landra Dominion Dominion Gita Rinpoche Riwa Bazangi Dojo Yeba Namo Bailo no Bolorin Boje, no Bolin Boje, Zimmorin Boje, Lumborin Boje, Lumborin Boje, Dajorin Boje, Mabunin Boje, Dejen Boyi Bomba, Gilma, Drimwama, Zuma, Medama, Dubama, Nangzuma, Dridama, Nima, Dawa, Inbojedu, Ulenamberge, Wigelsen, Uzuladami, Dajabunzo, Zabama, Zawame, Bazaini, Doam, Idadrinjan, Zawarangi, Bajebe, Belen, Lama, Damba, Duya Bajo Tuje Jambo Lazo Goran Chebanama Gambe Vargyo Tuje Drove Tuje Zozo Ine Randa Zodrowa Mange Namge Taranyam Jin Tamse La Dukse Wajin Bogoni Jingi Laptu Song Monsoon Kewen Yuran Yan Barzum Udang On George Ban Urgile Uzun Ranzadroa Jingila Belenlame Uzetamba Daganyan Yola Wadam Rajin Malum Sozagridanem Yorduzangetovam Jingiram Iranguranandalagumnayadayame. A thousand arms are a thousand wheel turning kings, your thousand eyes, the explanations, thousand Buddhas. Prostrate enough for praise, that an beloved lictors father who shows that every need to subdue goes to be subdued. Although the Dhammakaya is inseparable like space, your form bodies are separately visible like rainbows. Prostrate enough for praise, the five families find the bliss. Attain mastery over method and wisdom. Streams of nectar descend from the fingers of both the self and front generations, filling the vows with the nectar of exalted wisdom. Namurannadraya Namarya Janam Zaigara Varujam Buyarajaya Tada Gadayam Arhade Samyakam Buddhaya Nama Zarva Tada Gadevyar Hadevyam Samyak Sambhirevya Namarya Bolukita Suraya Bodhisattvaya Asattvaya Bhagarunikaya Dayada Hondaradara Diri Diri Duru Duru Idevade Zale Zale Rajale Brajale Kuzume Kuzumaware Yilini Zidbala Nabana Yesuha Namanajari. Tunai Soham. Oh, money, 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 money. Money, money. Padma Sarva Samaya Manamalaya Beta Dina Baba Surubana Supakana Baba Baba Jarziva Kamasudame Viram Ho Bhagavan Savaratagara Panamananda Panama. Exalted wisdom beings of the self generation absorb into the front generation. Upon a lotus and moon disk at the crown of my head is Bhikshuni Lakshmi, dressed as a renunciate. With hands folded, she intercedes with the merit field on my behalf. Om Jiden Gundula Jagzelo Jiden Lama Ziva Zungida Babu Lai Zuwadu Dan Zambe Babu Du Begel Du Be Du Bar De Babu Jiden Zungi Gunda Jala Jagzela Dejag Bagme Purego Zangzin Babo Vijena Wada Ye Yugen Zimbabo Jage Jojin Yida Jigom Ziwabo Jagyon Zigi Badmena Bargain Babo Dwi Bai Bei Zhen Hua Me Zeng Yu Ba Bo Zhi Bo Da Wa Da Bo Zi Ba Bo Jin Yi Ba Ba Ju Du Zhang Yin Yang Ba Bo Ka Wa Dong Da Nam Kai Ding Ye Dim Ba Bo Dream a job. Muri zamba de babo de peo ze gering marbergen babo. Padme so da shaging a waje babo. The gate ringy dok dang dang jing jam babo. Rian jian long bum. Bumbani Gambabo the major Daja Kil Jung Jing Jamba Rida Papen Vayu Baga Bab Yen Jadu Bong Yeting Yanang Jawab Dreamam Padme Julani Pabus Vedam Agedam Darjam Babo Sigi Gerajulona Bodri Pabo Dazudri Bere Jam Jam Dabdin Babo Gyan Zachin Parajin Baba Sunyin Sunam Mombol Yewarza Baba Datu De Wei Jung E Ganeza Waba Suntar Zijinga Joju Padam Baba Legend Jordan, the Conjuring Wab, Sigi Gandu Jai Shabi Wab, Samini Bashi and Badi Pabo, Nambiru Darlan Jindakar Babo. Yongan Yewan, Gashindeman Yewabo, Umitsudan Juichale Jawabo, Najida Duduralene Gubayin, Chenrezi Iwambo Yilas and Jading. The Jordan, nothing to what a Jena, Dini Kebamba May and Yamrum, Kewadi on my own, Kewadam Jadu, Jitan, Lady Gababun Drugyo. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you are the Guru of the world, praised for the three realms. The one is praised the chief of worldly gods, Maras and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, who fills the wishes of beings, the prostrate to the protector of the three realms. Hold the venerable holy body, gain the body with one on the blessed crown holds the one God blessed benefit of light. With supreme generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst, the hungry ghost, left hand is perfectly grown in the golden lotus. Here the one was fit, plague it now, flashing radial laurel and a fragrant top pair. If her face is beautiful, the full moon. You lotus like eyes are exquisitely encompassing it. The fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You adorn the good, beautiful light like the red of dawn. Your arms are hanging upon the lotuses. You put out the color of clouds. Yes, your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels. Your palms are smooth as young on the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an antelope skin. Your alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell on a supreme stainless lotus. Your your abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal. You have the brilliant glitter velvet of the jewels. You wear a skirt with the cloth on the hips. You have the one supreme wisdom gone beyond the great ocean. You have collected the multitude of merit while the supreme state. The Ashok's constant blessedness, spell of aging and disease. The liberator and dispel holy needs of those enduring space. Supreme body being victor in battle with Mara's forces. You feed her alone with the sound of a necklace. You are slipping from self-interest before both the Brahma. You move the swans like a proud elephant. You follow like a pit of accumulation after the dark. One face from the ocean of milk, an ocean of water. Whenever men and women arises at dawn, strict with things ever looking his heart and mind, and purely and clearly recites the supreme praise. All the money that mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. My appreciate is back to the world, you the God of the world, praise for the three realms, one is praised but before the gods, Mars and Brahma, praising is for him king and sages, the lowest of the beings, the worship of the supreme fact of the three realms. Holy venerable holy body, containing the body that one's gonna bless, account holds the one gonna bless of an infinite light, frames supreme and his right hand is spelled the hunger thirst, the hungry ghost, left hand is perfectly adorned with golden lotus. You would adorn the fair flashing ideal girl and fragrant up hair, face is beautiful like the full moon. Lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing, your arms fragrant body is pure like white like snow or conch, your arms adorned your across the floor, let's go drink pearls, your arms are the you're adorned with beautiful light rising to red dawn, your arms are arranged upon the lotus as you full. Have the color of autumn clouds. You have dew shoulders are adorned with many jewels. Your palms are smooth as young as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an antelope skin. Your lowering earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. It all on the supreme stainless lotus, leaves your abdomen is smooth as a lotus petal. With a blind gold belt with jewels, you have the words exquisite, skirt of exquisite cloth on the hips. You have the one supreme wisdom, godly and the goodish, and the collected multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, this was once bliss, the spell of aging and disease, which heard not the liberator, and spell the holy deed for those enduring space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars forces, you four feet are learning the sound of the ankles, slice up into self-interest, the four bird, the Brahma, move the swans again like a proud elephant, you fully completed the accumulation after the duct, one in first in the ocean and milk, the ocean of water. Whenever man and woman earth is the dawn, the sparkly brings ever luggage for the mind, and purely and clearly recites the supreme praise. All the mundane and super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. When I prostrate to the breath of the world, you the guru of the world, the praise for the three realms, the one who is praised for the chief of worldly gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising the supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings, the prostrate to the supreme factor of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, containing the bodies of infinite ones, God of bliss, the crown holds the one God of bliss, the infinite light, your supreme and generous right hand is built the hunger, thirst, the hungry ghost, the left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. The one of flesh and blood, real girl in a fragrant top hair, face is beautiful like the full moon. Your let us like eyes are exquisite and encompassing, your fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you adorn with beautiful light rising the red of dawn, your arms are hanging upon lotuses, your youth will have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels, your toes palms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin, you are alluring your bracelets ornaments. You are the supreme stainless lotus, the precision of the minutes lotus lotus petal. Your breast is you are of a skirt of blind blue velvet with jewels. You wear a skirt of the cloth on hips. You the able ones again. Where supreme wisdom, gone the end of the edition, you have collected the multitude of the merit to acquire the supreme state. The source of constant bliss and the spell of aging disease, the triple liberator and dispel the holy deeds to those enduring space. Supreme embodied being, in battle with Mars forces, you appear alone with the sound of golden with two eyes leaping from self-interest, to the four brought the Brahma, move the swans get like a proud elephant, you fully completed the accumulation like out of the doctor, one who the ocean and milk and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman earth is the dawn, respectfully brings up a look at his fire to mind and purely and clearly recites the supreme praise. All the mundane and supermundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the two realms, the one who praise the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king and sages, who fills the wishes of beings, the prostrate of the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, containing the body of the infinite ones, God of bliss, the crown holds the one God of bliss of infinite light. Your supremely generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. The one that flashing in a girl in a fragrant top hair, faces beautiful with the full moon. Your arms are in your looks like eyes are exquisite and encompassing. Your fragrant body feel like snow and conch. You're doing questions of flowers, glittering pearls. You're doing a beautiful light rising red on your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses. You youthful have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are many jewels. Your palms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an antelope skin. You are lowering earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell on the supreme stainless lotus. You with your abdomen is as smooth as lotus petal. You have a slim angle inbound into the jewels. You're wear skirt of exquisite cloth from the hips. You have the able one supreme wisdom, God, the condition. Collected a multitude of merit to world, the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, the spell of aging and disease, which super liberated and spell of holy to those enduring space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars forces, you feed her alone with the sound of golden necklace, worth lifting some self-interest with four brothers of Burma. Move the swans again like a proud elephant, you fully completed the accumulation, look after the doctrine when they face me ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever man and woman in their life is the dawn, this prickly brings ever look at his fire of mind and purely and clearly sense of supreme praise. All the men and its mundane needs will be fulfilled, this life and all future lives. Arm my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms. One who is praised the chief of worldly gods, Mars and Brahma, praising his supreme king of sages to fill the wishes of beings, they prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, containing the body is infinite one's God of bliss. You can hold the one God of bliss of infinite light. From a generous right hand spells a hunger and thirst, the hungry ghost left hand is perfect in the golden lotus. You let the one with flashing yellow garland, fragrant top hair, faces beautiful like the full moon. Lotus like ours is with an encompassing you. Vacant bodies feel like snow or conch. You were clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You adorn a beautiful light rays at the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged upon the lotuses. Your youth will have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels. Your palms are smooth as young as the best of leaves. This, your, unless the best of leaves. Uh, your palms are smooth as young as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an antelope skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You are the supreme sin of lotus. If it's your abdomen, it's as smooth as a lotus petal. If it's blind golden belt, the jewels. Your skirt is cloth around the hips. If the abundant supreme wisdom, God, the unadulteration, you collected the multitude of merit brought the supreme state, your source of the course of bliss, and the spell of aging is either to supple liberated and spell of holy deeds. To those enduring space, the proven body being victor in battle with Mars' forces, you feed her alluring on the side of the anklets. Your eyes being some self-interest, the four birds of Burma, even the swans get like a proud elephant. Like a bit of the accumulation of active production when you trace from the ocean milk and ocean water, the minimum there is the dawn, the strictly beings have a look as far to mind. Purely and clearly recites the supreme praise, all the many of abundant needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the back of the world, you the good of the world, praise to the three realms, the one who is praised for the chief of worldly gods, Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, containing the bodies of infinite ones, bound to bless. You can hold the one God bless of infinite light. Used from a generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, left hand is purple beetle on the golden lotus. The one is for passing into the garland of fragrant top hair, faces beetle like the full moon. The lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing, your faces your vacant body right body is pure like snow or a conch. You have clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you adorn the bidded lightness the red of dawn. Your arms are hanging upon lotuses, you used to have the crowd of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels, your body, uh, palms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin. You are wearing earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell in the supreme stillness lotus. Surface of your abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal. You have spine golden bed of jewels. Your palms are smooth as your skirts like with the cloth on hips. You have the born supreme wisdom. Gandhi and the good ocean. You collect the multitude of merit to grab the supreme state. Spell of aging disease. To the concept of the spell of aging disease. The principle liberated and spell holiday to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle as Mars forces, you feed her alluring with her own stand golden necklace. You like being some self-interest. The four birds of Brahma, you include the swan get like a proud elephant. So, for like a bit of accumulation like that, the doctrine, one who faced the ocean milk and ocean of water. Whether her man and woman rises to dawn, respected beings ever look at his word of mind. He purely and clearly recites the supreme praise, all the many super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate the back to the world, he the great of the world, prayers for the few realms. One is prayer for the chief of holy gods, the Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, to fulfill the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms, holding a noble holy body, containing the bodies of infinite ones, crown of bliss. Crown of the one God of bliss of infinite light. Your supremely generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. Your left hand is purple kikidon of the golden lotus. You one with a flashing red yellow garland of fragrant top hair, faces beautiful like the full moon. The lotus like eyes are squid and encompassing, and your fragrant body is pure like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you're adorned with the beautiful light red of dawn, your arms are hinged like a pot of lotuses, you surrounded on clouds. Two shoulders are adorned with many jewels, your palms are smooth as any of the best of leaves, your left breast is covered by an antelope skin, you are alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. With all in the supreme stainless lotus, if it's your abdomen is as smooth as lotus petal. The palm goes about the jewels, your palms are, your spread is like cloth on hips, you the elbow one supreme wisdom, God me on the good ocean, you've come back to the multitude of the merit to grab the supreme state, you're supposed to come to bliss, the spell of aging and disease. You're the triple liberated and spell holy to those enduring space, the permanent body being, victor in battle with Mars forces, you feed your alluring side of golden anklets, where sleeping some self-interest. The forward the birds of Burma, you move the swans again like a proud elephant, you fully concluded the accumulation back of the doctor, while you face in the ocean, open ocean of water. When Hermione nurses dawn the scripted things have a look at his heart of mine, appealing clearly recites the supreme praise, all the super mundane needs will be fulfilled this life and all future lives. So I prostrate to the back of the world. You are the guru of the world, praised by the three realms, the one who is praised the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma, praising his supreme seat and king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme director of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, containing the bodies of infinite ones, God of bliss, the crown holds the one God of bliss of infinite light. Supreme and generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. The left hand is perfectly on the golden lotus. The one is left flashing into a girl in a fragrant top hair, faces beautiful like the full moon. Your lotus-like eyes are exquisite and encompassing. Your fragrant body is pure like snow or conch. Your clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You were adorned with Buddhist light like the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged upon lotuses. You youthful have the color of autumn clouds. Your your shoulders are adorned with many jewels. Your palms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an antelope skin. You are alluring your expresses and ornaments. Dwell in the supreme stainless lotus, as if it's your abdomen is as full as a lotus petal. You, uh, as well as petal. You have to sublime the bed into the jewels. You have glitter, a skirt of a glitter cloth from the hips. You have the able and supreme wisdom gone beyond the gradation. Collected of multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, the source of consciousness, and spell of aging and disease, the silver liberator, and spell holiday to those in space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars forces, you feed her alluring the next time of golden anklets, right something some self interest before both the Brahma. You the swans again like a proud elephant, you fully completed the accumulation, look out to the auction, one of fish in the ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever man and woman are access to the dawn, respectfully brings heaven whether it is far to mine, and mere filling clear such a supreme praise. All the maintenance of mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate, you the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praised by the three realms. One who is praised by the chief of holy gods, the Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfilled the wishes of beings, the prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, containing the bodies, the divinity ones, God of bliss, you can't hold the one God of bliss of it, infinite light. Your supreme generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfect healed dawn with the golden lotus. The one the fair flashing yet look around the fragrant top there. Face is beautiful like the full lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing. Fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. Your clusters flawless glittering pearls adorned with the beautiful light right at the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged upon lotuses, you lift about the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels. You have promise of smooth sing of the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin. You are alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. Who will love the supreme stainless lotus? If it's your abdomen, it's as smooth as lotus petal. You have belt into the jewels. You wear a skirt of exquisite cloth on hips. You have the able and supreme wisdom gone beyond the good ocean. You collected multitudes of merit to acquire the supreme state, source of constant bliss, and spell everything into the easier to liberate and spell holy deeds to those enjoying space. Body being victor in battle with Mars forces, your feet are alluring set of golden anklets. First, I think from self-interest, the four both the Brahma, he moved the swans again like a proud elephant. Fully completed the accumulation act of the doctor when they fish in the ocean, milk and ocean of water. But if remain woman arises at dawn, this strictly brings heaven to his far to mind and clear such a supreme praise. All the mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, the praise of the three realms. One who is praised by the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma, praising his supreme king and sages to fulfill the wishes of beings, I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, created the body is made at once God bless. You can't hold the one God bless of an infinite light. Used to from a generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfectly adorned with a golden lotus. Woman of flashing video look garland, a big and top hair, your body is big and fought. Your face is beautiful like a full moon. Your lotus-like eyes are exquisite and encompassing. Fragrant body is pure light like snow or a conch. You were clustered to flawless green pearls, you adorned with beautiful light as at the red dawn. Your arms were arranged like a pot of lotuses. You were used like golden clouds. Your adorned with your two shoulders were adorned with many jewels. Your palms were smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast was covered by antelope skin. You were alluring earrings of bracelets and ornaments. You dwell on supreme stainless lotus, as if its abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal. It was spangled and belted with jewels. You youthful have the color, you wear a skirt of the cloth on hips. You have the able and supreme wisdom gone beyond the great ocean. You've collected the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state. Your two shoulders, you're the source of constant bliss and the spell of aging and disease. You're liberated and dispel the holy to those enduring space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars forces. You have food alluring the sun, the golden anklets. Where's looking from self-interest? The four brought the Brahma. You the swans get like a proud elephant. You fully completed the accumulation doctrine of the doctrine. When a fish in the ocean and milk an ocean of water, whatever man or woman arises at dawn, this correctly brings heaven look to his heart of mind, and purely and clearly recites the supreme praise, all the money that Superman dead needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise of the three realms. One who is praised by chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, to fulfill the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms.
Hold of a noble holy body, including the bodies of infinite ones, God and bliss. Your crown holds the one God and bliss of infinite light. Your supremely generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. Your two shoulders are you'd wear clusters of flowers. Oh, you wear one with a flashing yellow girl and a fragrant top hair, faces beautiful like the full moon. Your lotus-like eyes are exquisite and encompassing. Your fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. Your arms are hinged upon you. You're adorned with beautiful light races red at dawn. Your arms are hinged upon the lotuses youthful and the autumn clouds. Two shoulders are adorned with ebony jewels. Your cold palm just for the sing of the best of leaves. You the best of help on it. Skin, you are skirt, your luring bracelets and earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You would dwell in a supreme stainless lotus. You birth your abdomen. It's as smooth as a lotus petal. You have blind golden dotted in the jewels. Your two shoulders, your wear a skirt of the glittering cloth around the hips. You have the one supreme wisdom, God beyond the good ocean, who flows through the multitude of the merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of contemplation, the spell beating and disease, the triple liberty, and spell holy to those enduring space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with numerous forces, you Peter alone, son of golden necklace. Vice looking himself interest with the four birds of Rama, who the swans gate like a proud elephant. Fully completed the accumulation of back after the doctor, one who facing the ocean and milk, an ocean of water. Whatever man or woman arises as the dawn, directly brings ever look its far to mind. Feeling clearly recites the supreme praise, all the mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you are the guru of the world, praised by the three realms. One who is praised by the chief of worldly gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising the supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Behold of a noble holy body, containing the bodies of one's gonna bliss, the crown holds the one gonna bliss. Of infinite light, the swim the generous right hand is filled with hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. From a fragrant, flashing video of a girl and a fragrant top pair of faces beautiful like the full moon, your lotus-like eyes are twisted encompassing fragrant body is pure white like snow or the conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You adorn the beautiful light as the red of dawn. Your arms are hinged like a pot of lotuses. The youthful hand called the bottom clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels. Your palms are smooth as young as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an antelope skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell in the supreme stainless lotus, because your abdomen is smooth as a lotus petal. Sublime golden belt of jewels. Your palms are you wear a skirt of physical cloth from the hips. You're the able and supreme wisdom gone beyond the good ocean. Collected a multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss and the spell evading disease, the liberator and the spell holy to those enjoying space. A supreme embodied being victor in battle with Mars forces, ye Peter learn the sound of the necklace. Twice lifting some self-interest with the four birds of Brahma, in the swan's gate like a proud elephant. Fully computed the accumulation, look after the doctrine, one that facing the ocean and melted ocean of water. Whatever man or woman arises as dawn, this prickly brings up and look at his heart and mind. And purely and clearly recites the supreme praise, eliminating the supermundane needs we fulfill with this night and all future lives. O my prostitute, the protector of the world, you are the guru of the world, praised from the three realms. One who is praised, the chief of dwelling gods, Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfill the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms, holding an holy body, created the bodies of one God of bliss, the crown holds the one God of bliss of infinite life. From the generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfectly adorned with golden lotus. Your, a fragrant, you have the one with the flashing red yellow girl and a fragrant top pair, faces beautiful like the full moon. Lotus-like eyes are encompassing. Your fragrant body is pure white like snow or the conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. Your adorned beautiful light like the red of dawn. Your arms are ranging upon a lotuses. You have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels. Your palms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by an antelope skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell on the supreme stainless lotus. As if your abdomen is as smooth as lotus petal. You have blind golden bells of jewels. Your tongue wears skirt of the cloth and the hips. You have the able and supreme wisdom, gone beyond the great ocean. Collected the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, the spell evading disease, the chill liberator, and the spell holy to those enduring space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mara's forces, ye Peter learn the sound of golden anklets. Really fighting from self-interest, the four birds of Brahma, he moved the swan's gate like a proud elephant. Really completed the accumulation, look out production, one increase in the ocean, milk and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman arises the dawn, respect the beings up and look at his fire to mind, and purely clearly recites the supreme praise. All the mundane and supermundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praised with the three realms, the one who is praised with the chief of holy gods, the Mars and Brahma. Praising you, Supreme King of Sages, fulfill the wishes of beings that prostrate to the Supreme Tech of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body containing the bodies of infinite ones, God of bliss. The crown holds the one God of bliss in infinite life. Your supreme nurse right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. The one with the flashing radial garland, the fragrant top pair, vacant body infused. Yeah. Your, your face is beautiful like the full moon. Your lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing. Your fragrant body is pure like snow or a conch. You will want to play. Yeah. You have you will cluster the letters glittering pearls. Your arms are adorned. Yeah. You are adorned with beautiful light as a glitter dawn. Your arms are hanging upon a lotus beautiful. Have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders are adorned with many jewels. Your palms are smooth as the best of leaves. Your lips breast is her body and soft skin. You wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell in a supreme state as lotus, because your abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal. It's sublime gold out of the jewels. Your prompt, you wear a skirt of as the cloth on the hips. You have the born supreme wisdom, gone beyond the great ocean. You have close to the multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state. You to its supposed constant bliss in the spell of aging and disease, the temple liberated and spell holiday to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars forces, your feet are alluring and son of the anklets. Always wiping some self-interest. Before above the Brahma, he moved the swan gate like a proud elephant. Fully committed the accumulation after the doctor when I placed the milk, ocean of milk and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman earth is a dawn, respectfully being ever looked as far to mind and feeling clearly recite the supreme praise. All the minutes of abundant needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the good of the world, the praise of the three realms, the one who is spirit, but holy gods, Mars and Brahma. Praising the supreme king of sages, fulfill the wishes of being the prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, created the body is the infinite one's God of bliss. Your crown holds the one God of bliss, the infinite light. Swimming generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. You want the flagrant, you want the flashing red yellow garland, fragrant top of the air faces beasts like the full moon. Your arms are your uh, the full moon. Your lotus like God's eyes with it encompassing. Your fragrant body is pure like snow or conch. You are clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You adorn with beautiful light eyes at the red of dawn. Your arms are ranging upon a lotuses, even youthful. At the corner of autumn clouds. The two shouldered hand of many jewels. The palms are smoothing as the best of these. Your left breast like a hellbound club skin. You wear alluring bracelet, earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You hold on the supreme stainless lotus. Your abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal. You have the spangled belt of jewels. Your wear skirts with the cloth on the hips. You have the airborne supreme wisdom gone beyond the great ocean. You collected the multitude of merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, and the spell of aging and disease, the triple liberator, and the spell of holy deeds, those enjoying space. Yes, you are the, your supreme embodied being, victor with Mars forces. Your feet are alone inside of the ankle, so as living some self-interest. Before birth of Brahma, move the swans get like a proud elephant. You feel like a the accumulation. Look after the doctrine. One fish from the ocean, milk, and ocean of water. And whatever man over earth is done, respectfully brings every look at his far to mind, and feeling clearly recites the supreme praise. All the minutes of my day needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. Now I approach you to the protector of the world, you the good of the world, praise the few realms. I want to is praise for the chief of the gods, the Mars and Merla, praising you, supreme king of satyrs, fulfill the wishes of beings. I approach you to the protector of the three realms. Holder of a noble holy body, getting the bodies when one's gonna bless, the crown holds the one gonna bless, infinite light. His generous right hand to spell the hunger and the hungry ghost, your left hand is perfect, get on the golden lotus. One of the fragrant, flashing Gadilla garland, the fragrant top of your face is beautiful, like the full moon. You lotus like eyes are exquisite and encompassing, your fragrant body is pure like snow or conch. You wear clusters of lotus glittering pearls, you adorn a beautiful light rays the red of dawn. Your arms are ranging upon of lotuses, youthful, have the color of autumn clouds. Two shoulders are many jewels, your palms are smooth as at the best of leaves, your left breast like a harp club skin, you wear alluring earrings, bracelets, and ornaments. You dwell on the supreme stainless lotus, your abdomen is the smoothest lotus petal, you use the behind blood above the jewels, you wear a skirt of the cloth on the hips. You're the one supreme wisdom, God, the unagated, and you conduct the multitude of merit, acquire the supreme state. Source of constant bliss and spell of painting is either to liberate and dispel holiday to those enjoying space. Supreme embody being victor in battle with Mars forces you, Peter luring savage golden anklet, twice leaping from self-interest, before birth of Brahma, move the swans again like a proud elephant, you pull like the accumulation, look after the doctrine. When a fish from the ocean and milk and ocean of water, whatever man or woman arises at dawn. Spectre brings evolution to far and appealing clearly resides the supreme praise, all the minutes for Monday needs will be fulfilled this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you the guru of the world, praise for the three realms. One is spirit of the chief of holy gods, the Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms, hold of another my body, creating the bodies of the ones God bless. God holds the one God of us of infinite light. His rhythm in his right hand and spells the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. He left hand is perfectly hid on the golden lotus, the one with the faggot, flashing radial around the faggot top pair. Faces feet in front of the throne, and your faggot, lotus like eyes are inclusive and encompassing, your faggot body is pure like snow or fudge. He requests the flawless glittering pearls, you pray to visit you're doing the beautiful light red of dawn. Your arms are hinged upon of lotuses, you youthful, have the color of autumn clouds. Your two shoulders adorned with many jewels. Your arms are splendid at the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin. You are wearing earrings bright with ornaments. Dwelling the supreme state of lotus, this is your optimist with a lotus petal. Hence, one going battle doing the jewels. Your arms are your skirt of the cloth and hips. You have the evil one supreme wisdom, God, beyond the great ocean. You collected with multitude of merit to acquire the supreme state. Source of constant bliss, the spell of aging and disease, which you liberated, and the spell of holy to those enjoying space. Superman body being, victor in battle with Mars' forces, you feeder alluring and sound of golden anklets, who always like from self-interest, before both the Brahma, move the swans again like a proud elephant, you fully completed the accumulation, look after the doctrine, one you face in the ocean, the milk and ocean of water. Whatever made a woman rises at dawn, respectfully brings up a lake inspired of mind, and purely clearly is supreme praise. All the minutes of her mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you are the guru of the world, two realms. One is praised by the chief of worldly gods, the Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, to fulfill the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms, holder of a noble holy body, creating the body of the infinite one's God of bliss. Crown holds the one God of bliss, of infinite light, the supreme, sweet, and generous right hand. Spells the hunger and thirst, hungry ghost, left hand is perfect, the one who goes on lotus. One of the flashing at all the garland of breaking top pair, faces beautiful with full moon, your eyes like eyes are exquisite and encompassing it. Pure body, a fragrant body is pure white like snow or the conch. You are clustered with flawless, glittering pearls, your arms are blue, bright as the of dawn. Realms are hinging upon the lotus as you release and have the color of the bottom clouds. Lotus like eyes are exquisite clouds. Your two shoulders are many jewels, your palms are smooth as young as the best of leaves. Your left breast is covered by antelope skin, you are wearing earrings bracelet with ornament, you are led on a supreme stainless lotus. The surface of your abdomen is as smooth as lotus petal. With the squam golden buttons and jewels, your brows wear a skirt of a squiff of cotton on the hips. You the one supreme wisdom, God me in the good ocean, you collected a multitude of merit to quell the supreme state. Triple letter, supreme source of constant bliss and the spell of aging disease, a triple liberated and the spell of holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars' forces, you feed her alone the sound of golden anklets, fight like of self-interest, before brought the Brahma, move the swans, get like a proud elephant, you fully completed the accumulation of production, one of fish the ocean, the milk and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman rises at dawn, this prickly brings up a look at his far mind and feeling daily recites the supreme praise. All the minutes of a mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you are the guru of the world, praised for the three realms. One who is praised for the chief of worldly gods, Mars and Brahma, praising you, supreme king of sages, fulfills the wishes of beings. I prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Holy vanilla, holy bodies, fitting the bodies that one's God of bliss, your crown holds the one God of bliss. Of infinite light, your supreme generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. Your left hand perfectly adorned the golden lotus, one with a flashing yet able to go and the fragrant top pair. Your face is beautiful like the full moon, your lotus like eyes are exquisite encompassing. Your, your fragrant body is pure like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls, you have beautiful light with the red of dawn. Your arms are hinging upon a lotus as you indeed will have the god of hot clouds. Two shoulders are many jewels, your palms are smoothing on the best of leaves. Left breast is covered by antelope skin, you are alluring earrings with its ornaments. You dwell on a supreme stainless lotus, as if your abdomen is as smooth as a lotus petal. The blind golden bed of the twin jewels, you wear a skirt of exquisite cloth around the hips. You have the one supreme wisdom, gone beyond the great ocean, you collected with multitudes of merit. To acquire the supreme state, the source of constant bliss, and the speller of aging and disease, the triple liberator, and the spell of holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being, victor in battle with Mars' forces, you feed her alone inside of golden eclipse. You are something from self-interest, before but the Brahma muse, move the swans, get like a proud elephant, fully completed the accumulation after the production when the upon feast from the ocean and milk and ocean of water. Whatever may nourishes the bone, respectfully brings every look at his part of mind and purely including the recites of supreme praise. All the witness of mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives. O my prostrate to the protector of the world, you are the guru of the world, praise for the three realms. One is praised for the chief of holy gods, Mars and Brahma, praising the supreme king of sages, to fulfill the wishes of beings. The prostrate of the supreme protector of the few realms, hold of a noble holy body, containing the bodies of infinite one God of bliss. Crown holds the one God of bliss of infinite light, your sweet and generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost. Your left hand is perfectly adorned with the golden lotus. You have one of the flashing yellow garland of fragrant top hair. Face is beautiful at the full moon. Your lotus like eyes are exquisite encompassing your Fragrant bodies feel like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless glittering pearls. You adorn with beautiful light rays the red of dawn. Your arms are arranged like a pot of lotuses. You will have the color of autumn clouds. Your shoulders are ornamented with jewels. Your palms are squishing with the best of thieves. Left breast is covered by nice love skin. You are wearing ornaments. So now supreme saint lotus, the first is your album and instrument is lotus petal. You have the prime blood about them with jewels. You adorn your swear skirt is close across around the hips. You the able one supreme wisdom, God now on the good ocean. You collected a multitude of merit across the supreme state. Source of constant bliss and spell everything disease, which if liberated is spell holy to those enjoying space. Spelling space, you have the supreme body being victor in battle with Mara's forces. You feed her alluring with the sound of a golden anklets. Wesley picks himself in fish with the floorboards of Brahma. You move the swans again like a proud elephant. You fully completed the accumulation of the doctrine while increasing the ocean milk and ocean of water. But if a man or woman arises the dawn, this practically brings heaven look at his far to mine and purely clearly recites the supreme praise. All the minutes of abundant need will be fulfilled with this life and all future lives. O I prostrate to the effect of the world, you the good of the world, praise for the three realms. One who is praised that you before the gods, the Mars and Brahma. Praising you, supreme king of sages, fills the wishes of beings that prostrate to the supreme protector of the three realms. Hold of a noble holy body, dating the bodies of evident ones, God of bliss, your crown holds the one God of bliss, with infinite light. Your supremely generous right hand dispels the hunger and thirst of the hungry ghost, left hand is perfectly hid under the golden lotus. One of the flashing ideal of God in the fragrant top hair faces the beautiful of the full moon. Lotus like God's eyes, what's encompassing it. Pierre Pagan body is pure like snow or conch. You wear clusters of flawless, glittering pearls. Your arms are smooth and palm. You're doing the beautiful likeness of good of dawn. Your arms are hinging upon a lotuses. You will have the color of autumn clouds. Two shoulders are out of many jewels. Your palms are smoothing as the best of leaves. Left breast is covered by soft skin. You are alluring earrings sparkling with ornaments. You dwell on a supreme stainless lotus because your abdomen is as smooth as lotus petal. You have a sublime gold abundant of jewels. You are a skirt of exquisite cloth on the hips. You have the abundance of supreme wisdom gone beyond the good ocean and collected the multitude of merit, well as the supreme state, source of constant bliss, and spell evading and disease, the triple liberator and spell holy to those enjoying space. Supreme embodied being victor in battle with Mars, forces defeated and laying with son of golden anklets. The West thinks himself interest before but the Brahma, you move the swan get like a proud elephant. You've completed the accumulation, look after the doctrine, when you face from the ocean of milk and ocean of water. Whatever man or woman arises as the dawn, respectfully brings every look at the star to mind and purely completely recites the supreme praise. All the mundane and super mundane needs will be fulfilled in this life and all future lives.
Warrior, compassionate eyed one, who is the treasure of compassion. I request you, please listen to me. Please guide myself, mothers and fathers, in all six realms, to be freed quickly from the great ocean of samsara. I request that the vast and profound, fearless awakening mind may grow with the tear of your great compassion. Please cleanse all karmas and illusions lead with your hand of compassion, me and my greater soul feel the bliss. Please, Amitabha, and raising in all my lives be virtuous friends. Joel beyond the depth of pure path, and quickly place us in Buddha's day. Bathhouse has an extremely sweet fragrance, a crystal floor and beautiful sparkling pillars. The roof is covered by a canopy decorated with shining jewels. This is gods offered a bath at the time of the Buddha's birth. So do I offer a bath of pure water of the gods? Om Nanda Great Om Om Sabhava Shira Sava Dhamma Sabhava Shira Om. The former offerings become just empty. From within emptiness, broom becomes a vast and extensive precious vessel, inside of which Om melts and becomes a great ocean of uncontaminated and unexalted wisdom nectar. Om, 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 Om. Om Arya Lokishvara Zapari Vara Hidablinda Kakikahi Kahi. Om Arya Lokishvara Zapari Vara Hidablinda Kakikahi Kahi. Om Arya Lokishvara Zapari Vara Hidablinda Kakikahi Kahi. Om Arya Lokishvara Zapari Vara Agam Paryam Pushpe Dube Alughe Gyande Nevade Shabda Bradidagoha. Your thousand arms are a thousand wielding kings, your thousand eyes, the equinate, thousand Buddhas. Ever ushered and upper praise to the venerable loving linkage of Father who shows that everything that's subdued doesn't be subdued. Om Yoder Jenre Zela Chag Zela Jambu Nadi Bina Yatan Nabu Jembu Dagi Jemda Den Dadu Dugi Genji Nambargen Yipi Twigu Barwe Drenwa Zin Tame Dama Runi Dadu Yom Te Tuba Tane Lumse Lum Bejin Jabo Dune Drenwa Zin Dadu Zenine Mobi Jensen Dama Dama Ginduba Dewa Jindurai Lebadu Diwo Migi Dabo Gendade Jindu Dubik Dazu Dozel Ten Rinjin Durangai Ulagin Jingle Chole Toma Lenze Be Dalin Gadu Bala Jazzel Tangi Dimba Nyembo Zuwadam Oju Moga Nyembo Dubadam Raja Brahma Gona Jerangi Ganyan Damse Bhaje Jivada Nida Madu Nyadu Zelda So Lama Gundu Yemela Dhani Gube Gansu Tagi Zemjen Damse Gin Yomo Nala Zelwa Mo Lama Yemela Dhani Gube Gansu Dasa Senjin Damjigi Bhajan Malazawan Nama Gombo Yeme La Dani Gube Gapsuji Nagi Senjin Damjigi Nyama Malazawan Gombo Lama Yeme La Dani Gube Gapsuji Dasa Senjin Damjigi Bhajan Malazawan Nama Gombo Yeme La Dani Gube Gapsuji Nagi Senjin Damjigi Nyama Malazawan Gendo Lama Yeme La Dani Gube Gapsuji Nazo Senjin Damjigi Bhajan Malazawan Gewa Dili Tera Kundada Gewa Damji Malazimba Dili Gyoken Zojin Gungen Lama Gumbo Yeme Gyo Great Bodhisattva Huanaya Inoccanable form of evil beings, and who destroys the three-storied city. O fearful one, this praise is offered you, with great energy and admiration. You who are liberated from this world, and said to have been a Brahmin before, have attained the supreme of all cities, and have reached the state of transcendent bliss. Your holy body is as quick as thought, and renowned throughout all the universe, liberator of all worldly beings. In battle you are always the victor. Yamas and Mama directly praise you. You wear a blue silk and upper garment. Your manifest body is at one time most beautiful, yet still it horrifies. Ever you look, your eye terrifies, and brings all beings to humility. Your eye bestows the highest of cities. You lead countless beings through wisdom bliss. O compassionate and courageous Lord, I constantly offer praises to you. Zemi drile nam jigevani, zemi guna mejing zem gyame, Tönang yeme karuk zugyame, zochu gilma zandu rangi sen. Demba demba jiwe balamu, jize jigyo jiwe nganzu chen, jiwe borgi borwe zumani, dagi buddha karmu shindu dang, dujize mala jazebo, dagi nedam barje jiwazo, jo. Zemi dwele nam jige bani, zemi guna mejing zem gyame, kondang yeme karu gyame, utu gyuma zamdu rangi zen, tumba demba gide belamo, gide gige gide ngamdu zen, gide kogi kowe zomani, Dagi Guru Zemo Shinduji, Under Gize Mala Jagzalo, Dagi Zedam Zunam Gevazo, Yo. Zemi Dele Namji Gevani, Zemi Gunam Mejing Zem Gamen, Dundam Yeme Karu Zugyame, Rudu Gyuma Zandu Rangi Zen, Dumba Dimba Wangi Belamo, Wanze Wangi Wangi Namzu Jen, Wangi Korgi Korwe Zamani, Agi Kuda Marho Jindu Cha, Kundu Wande Mala Jagdalo, Kamtum Zen Jen Tangje Wandu Do. Jo Zemi Zeme Namji Gevani, Zemi Ge Neijing Zen Yamen, Dundam Yeme Karu Zugyamen, Rutu Gilma Dramdu Rangi Zen, Dumba Dimba Trapu Kalamo, Dragde Dragyu Drape Hanzu Jen, Drape Korgi Kowe Zulani, Nagi Gura Natma Jinduma, Kundu Dragde Mala Jagdalo, Nagi Nedon Drage Dragudro, Jo. Giram Jinjirya Madhurya, Tira Zeni Jirya Navayi, Twinle Namji Jodan Zebala, Taki Zinde Radu Dugina, Takya Lady Ranjin Kundrukte, Gudruwe Damadrum Parjo. Mokalurupa with magnificent wrathful body, a garland of human heads, a male dripping with blood, hangs from your shoulders, I praise you who destroy the arrogance of Mara's obstinate forces. From Melodia's Vajra's songs, great uproar, and the Rotumber complete in all parts, portions of tea and liquor of the minced flesh of hindering enemies, and fish, all other oceans of blood and fat, he who crushes to dust the worst of hindering enemies, who harm the darkness of that Hara Dagada. Good any death for us practitioners, I praise you. Hard fangs as dazzling as white as beadness, your well-known destroying eyes are like lightning, the pores blazing like the great fire at time's end, you burn all hindering forces, I praise you. Lord of all female cannibals, Shamuni and the rest, possessing the radiant splendor of sunlight, when you shout Jah to accomplish your activities, you assure the honey like fox like hinder as I praise you. You are light on like a hat by the threads of all spirits, and when the buffalo face gazes open, and I make the great earth with a wailing tempest, hold of a skull club board from Yah, I praise you. One of you originally rides the buffalo with sharp horns and hooves, and others a black whirlwind. Shakali, Dinji Bebma, and the others surrounded by retinue spirits of the three realms that praise you. You glorify Sadas Delight and Ha Ha, the water and the rest, incessantly carrying out the garments they made for the glorious Yamantaka, whom the protector is invisible by, upon his fellows lion seat is resting virtuous and powerful, about you of the 8 stages. You four princes, that harmony of exhaustions to do special tasks, and the 8 great wealth creating augurs along with your retinue of 8 classes of gods and cannibals, make offerings, praise, and prostration. Over the perfect judgment of wealth, for whom I desire as thy wish, and spontaneously achieve the welfare of others. Omakaram Mukam Savadamanam Advanam Mohumbe Soha. Omakaram Mukam Savadamanam Advanam Umbe Soha. Omakaram Mukam Savadamanam Advanam Mohumbe Soha. Om Daki Sri Dhamma Palaza Parivara Agam Bharya Tuse Dube Alage Gande Nevade Shabda Pradisha Soha. Dakas and Dakinis and guardians of the Dharma protect the white side. Kept the summer offering endowed with 5 sense pleasures, helping to flourish. My greatest set of happiness, the dark goals of myself, now unless to be filled with the wish. Namasavatatagada Velukadam Sambara Sambara Home. Namasavatatagada Velukadam Sambara Sambara Home. Namasavatatagada Velukadam Sambara Sambara Home. I prostrate to the Tagada many jewels. I prostrate to the Tagada holy beautiful form. Prostrate to the Tagada very gentle body. I prostrate to the Tagada free of all fears. Owner of the place and others, and makes gifts Naga and mighty ones and others. I close to the storm offering down the 5 sense pleasures and have the teachings to flourish. All bad conditions to be pacified, and the Dharma goals to myself and others to be filled as we wish. The bathhouse is an extremely sweet fragrance, its crystal floor, and beautiful sparkling jeweled pillars. The carpet is covered by a canopy decorated with shining pearls. Just as the gods offered a bath at the time of the Buddha's birth, so do I offer a bath with the pure water of the gods. By offering ablution to the picture of a liquid far the lamp of migrated to achieve a fragrant nectar. May all stains and due obscurations of migrants be cleansed, and may there be the good fortune to acquire the stain in three bodies. Om Savata Dagara Sa Parivana Vichikata Samaya Shri Aho. The Hadagaras and their sons, with many jeweled vases exquisitely filled with piercing perfume, accompanied by a variety of excellent songs and music offered this bath. Om Savat Hadagara Arya Loka Disvara Sa Parivana Vichikata Samaya Shri Aho. I dry your holy bodies with incarnable clean, cleanse its clouds. Om Om Shamriha. Om Zavadadagadaya Vishvadasa Parivadagaya Vishvadanaye Soha. In order to purify my mind, I often exquisite the precious garment or multicolored like Indra's variegated bow, which when touched becomes the cause of bliss. And be adorned with the holy garment of patience. Om Bhadavashtraya Ahum Soha. Because the victorious ones are adorned with natural ornament of the marks and signs, they do not need to be any other kind of ornament. By offering the supreme precious ornament, may all the bright beings achieve the holy body adorned with the marks and signs. Om Vadavashtaya Om Soha. By offering the suspicious vase, beautified by jewels and filled with various essences, may all the sins of karma and religion be purified and be imbued with moisture of bodhicitta. Om Vadala Om Karavapujani Om Soha. Om Vada Bala Kalasha Aham. Out of your loving compassion for myself and migrating beings, O Bhagavan, please remain through the force of your miraculous manifestations for as long as we continue to make offerings. Due to these virtuous actions of mine, make become a Buddha in this world, and may give them teachings in order to benefit migrators, and be free sentient beings who are tormented by many sufferings. And all my rebirths may belong to a good family, be clear in mind and free of pride, have great compassion, neglect my gurus, and abide in the pledges of Avalokiteshvara. However, look at the star, whatever your body, your retinue, lifespan, realm, and so forth. Whatever your supreme and excellent name, and others, but someone like that. The force of the praises and requests made to you, may all the seasons of evil spirits and poverty and glorious become. If it and good fortune increase, the regions down there and as well. The precious mind is free to believe each other as and rise and grow. Hasn't been not diminish, but increase more and more. Padma Sarva Samaya Malabalaya Bharadam Didam Bhava Duruganam Bhava Duruganam Bhava Duruganam Bhava Yodhari Bhatta Dhargam Samaya Dirimana Maha Bhagavan Navaradana Garaparam Dobaman Mahan Sarva Om Bhadava Sarva Samaya Malabalaya Bharadam Didam Bhava Duruganam Bhava Duruganam Bhava Yodhari Bhatta Dhargam Samaya Dirimana Maha Bhagavan Om Bhadava Sarva Samaya Malabalaya O greatly compassionate Bhagavans, please pay attention to me, since we are beginners, none of the influence of the Jowers is an excitement. Our concentration has not been clear, our mantras have been incorrect. We made additions and omissions in the ritual, has been scarcely clean, and so on. I request you get compassion once to the best, not to obscure us. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme The principal, the great compassionate one, and his retinue come to the space in front. White nectar flows from the parts of their holy bodies, washing all the outside, inside, and middle of one's body, purifying all the diseases, evil spirits, negativities, and obscurations of one's 3 doors, along with their imprints without anything remaining. Meditate on the divine part of oneself as the Samaya being, the great compassionate one. Due to these merits, may I quickly become the great compassionate one and place all my good beings at an exception in that very state. Namo Guru Lokeshvaraya. By whatever collection of virtue there is of practicing the path of abiding in the retreat, well instructed about the essence of compassion of Avalokiteshvara to Bhikshuni Lakshmi, for purifying the obscurations of ordinary appearance. May the conqueror's doctrine, the source of benefit and happiness, the beings upholding and increase the happiness of migrators. And they have reached in every unfavorable condition for practicing the holy Dhamma be pacified, and favorable conditions be in the collection of goodness be absolutely achieved. While abiding in the retreat of enduring physical hardships, may the physical obscurations of myself and others be purified, the concentration visualizing the body of the deity appearing while empty, and may finally attain the body adorned in the maritime purification. Abiding in the retreat of verbal hardships, seeking silence, the verbal obscurations of myself and others be purified, purifying the touch of the mantra of that while empty, and may finally attain the melodious speech of Brahma. Abiding in the retreat of enduring mental hardships, avoiding distractions, and the mental obscurations of myself and all others be purified, the strength of profound yoga, completeness, and compassion, and may finally attain the great bliss of the Dhammakaya. Unfortunate being abides in the retreat, the body becomes hot, cold, or exhausted. The karma to be born in hell by the power of hate should be purified, or the rebirth in hell be closed. If the sufferings of hunger and thirst arise to abiding in the retreat, or enduring the hardships of abstaining from food and drink, the karma to be born as a hungry ghost by the power of miserliness be purified, if the reverse be closed. One becomes delirious with mental sinking, lethargy, and sleep, abiding in the retreat without mental distractions. The karma to be born as an animal by the power of ignorance be purified, and door of the animal rebirth be closed. In short, whatever physical and mental hard sufferings arise at all times, abiding in the retreat, because the sufferings of all my good is be purified by this, I voluntarily accept the suffering with thought to bring benefit and happiness. When the time of my death is near, having been graciously welcomed by the great compassionate one, may I give the holy heaven the excellent faces, and always be watched over by the one with 1,000 eyes. For the 1,001, the guide of the states of bad migration, leaving the sufferings of self-fixed migration by emanating and collecting white rays that enter his holy body, therefore being to his holy mind of wisdom, mercy, and power. And then the specified lotus and Sukhavati, stream bristol flow clear, in other words, suffering does not exist. And behold the holy face of Krishna Amitabha, and see the unveiling prophecies of holy speech. And they come guardians with the teachings, they great Nagas and blind Nagatago, just the thousands of ways to spread his staff in all directions and at all times, to accomplish their enlightened activities without obstruction. May there be auspiciousness, host of deities, the supreme Arya, great compassionate one, filling the entire dying flowers and proclaim auspicious melodies. The blatant activity that emulates all hindering forces will bestow upon you all supreme wishes. Generate great joy by knowing that, and I shall proclaim a God and expressing auspiciousness. The passion of all those gone to bliss in the three times preferred the name of a look to spot hand, like the wish-granting jewel grants all that is wished for, of the element of the unholy infallible refuge. The auspiciousness of whatever signs of virtue exist, supreme directing the needs gurus, Bikini Lakshmi cared for by the Arya, Chandru Kamar, Durnabhadra, Pinyawadal, Gyaltsin, and the rest. May all your auspicious science be exhausted. Happiness its goodness you reflect the waxing moon. May they be the good auspiciousness of enjoy and joy and perfection. By the auspiciousness of whatever signs of virtue exists, the host of Mandala deities, the great compassionate one. Tadagara Amitabha holding the white lotus, Archana Sababa Akshobhya, Lord of Morgashiti, and the rest. May all your auspicious signs be exhausted, and the loveliness of goodness that keeps the waxing moon. May they be the auspiciousness of the joy and joy and perfection. By the auspiciousness of whatever signs of virtue exist, for the most supreme, all the able and one excellent explanation. We can love the family of the glorious action tantras, victorious staunch of the one possessing a thousand passionate eyes. May all your auspicious signs be exhausted, and happiness and goodness against the waxing moon. May there be the auspiciousness of his joy and glory and perfection. By the auspiciousness of whatever signs of virtue exist, for all those who engage in hearing, contemplating, and meditating, the supreme profound path in all realms. For all those who with the mind of faith memorize the Dharani, the mantra, even the whole name of the Holy Lotus Padmapani, may all your necessary signs be exhausted, and happiness and goodness increase like the waxing moon. May there be the auspiciousness of enduring joy and perfection. With the auspiciousness of whatever signs of virtue exist, the inestimable mansion composed of hundreds of jewels, variegated like a rainbow, broad like the path of immortality, with a palace beautified with various ornaments. May all your necessary signs be exhausted, and happiness and goodness increase like the waxing moon. May there be the auspiciousness of glory and the glory of perfection. I pray to Buddha Amitabha, teacher of gods and men. Your excellent activities give endless benefit to beings. Remembering you just once pushes away fear of the load of death. Your mind always generates compassion towards beings like a mother towards her only son. Many times the good qualities of supreme paradise Dewa Chen were praised by Lord Buddha. By compassion's power and prayers to be born there, I'll explain whatever I can. Blocked by thick ignorance of the points to be abandoned and to be attained, chances for beings to reach a higher life are killed by the weapon of anger. We are locked in samsara's prison, bound by the rope of desire, and carried away by the great river of karma into samsara's ocean. Adrift in suffering's waves of aging, sickness, and old age, swallowed by a sea mountain's mouth with the ruthless sword of death, and buried under a load of unwanted sufferings. I am unprotected and burning with depression. My mind aspires to witness the distant person's only friend, Savior Amitabha, the great Bodhisattva Lord Avalokiteshvara, enchanted by a green mirror entourage. Please don't forget your unwavering promise to benefit us, made for immeasurable aeons by generating the Bodhisattva mind. For that power of that, may I supplicate you directly to come here to the fast force of your miraculous powers, passion, just like the king of birds flies through the deity's path of the sky. Power of master Doshan, I do collections of the virtue accumulated for myself and others throughout the three times. I pray Amitabha that you, together with the two chief sons and your entourage, will stay close to me at the time of my death. Protect me. Please, Buddha, may I see you directly on with your entourage. That time may a very strong faith in you arise in me. May there be no extreme pain at the time of death. Without forgetting, may I remember the objects of my faith. At the moment of death, may the eight bodhisattvas come to me with their miraculous power and show me the exact path to travel to Dewa Chen. Because of that, may be born from a lotus into the precious pure land of Dewa Chen with sharp faculties and among the Marahina race of beings. As soon as I am born, may I retain everything previously learned about concentration, selfless bodhicitta, endless ability, confidence, and so forth. May I achieve an immeasurable collections of good qualities. May Amitabha, his entourage, and the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions of confidence in me. May I receive the complete and Mahayana teachings, studying them exactly as intended. Through miraculous power, may I have obstructed for the many Buddha feels politely in the great Bodhisattva activities. Even if I take birth in the pure realms, may I be drawn by the great power of compassion to go, and obstacles into a miraculous ability, meaning to impure lands. May I teach the Dharma to all beings exactly as speaks one's ability, because of that may be able to establish in the pure, fixed, pure path prized by the Buddhas. May I complete in all excellent activities achieve Buddhahood with sake of vast numbers of beings. One day, when these life activities are finished, may my mind become full of faith and compassion from being able to see you clearly, Amitabha, surrounded by your ocean of disciples. And to be able to the intimate state come to me, may the bodhisattvas from the unmistaken path. Because of that, may I be born of the Dewa Chen and then entered into impure lands in order to save beings. Even though I may not always be able to achieve the supreme state throughout all my lives, may I always achieve the grace of the perfect human form. May I strive it here in contemplating and meditating upon the explanations and realizations of Buddha's teachings. May never be separated from the basis of a human form ornamented by the seven qualities of the higher realms. In those lifetimes may I always achieve the ability to remember my previous existences with exact clarity. Through all my future lives may I see samsaric existence without essence, may be attracted to Nirvana's qualities. Because of that, through the Buddha's excellent teachings of Vinaya, may I renounce the world and enter the monastic life. When I become a monk or nun, may I have not accept any of the natural bed needs. Living in the light of the Buddha's precepts, may I be just the Buddha Mitrukpa undisturbed, achieving the great enlightenment by completely developing the head of ethics. Also, through all my future lives, may I extend the way for freedom, and that I may achieve the equivalent collections of recollecting everything without exception that I previously learned, including the branches of perfection of holding in mind the words and meanings of the Dharma, and achieve the pure confidence and teach without obstacle to others that behold. All throughout all my lives, may enter the samadhis called going courageously and so forth, and again the flesh eye and so forth. I have clairvoyance, which is abilities, no faraway objects, and so forth, and I will be separated from these abilities. Throughout all my future lives, may I achieve great wisdom, which makes me able to my own power to discriminate between the points of what should be built and what should be abandoned. May I achieve clear wisdom, which is able to discriminate even the subtle details of mental afflictions, and appear virtues exactly as they are, not keeping them separate. May I have clear wisdom, which is able to terminate without exception all lack of understanding or on views and mental doubts as soon as they arise. May I achieve profound wisdom, which gives me the access to the Buddha's scripture, the Buddha's essence speech, so that without becoming stuck, I may understand the infathomable depths of meaning. In summary, with this wisdom that is free from the faults of perverted wisdom, I come to such a venerable Manjushri with a skillful teacher of wisdom that keeps a clear understanding of the meaning of the Buddha's teachings, enables me to perfect all the Bodhisattva's transcendental activities. Like that, with wisdom that is clear, right, clear, quick, and profound, may I take care of all fortunate beings with kindness, spread long views, and please the knowledgeable through teaching, debating, and exposing scriptures on the various branches of the Buddha's teachings, completely for her scholar. Throughout all my future lives, may I be free of holding thoughts that mainly cling to my own purposes. May I stop all laziness and cowardliness through the great activities of the Bodhisattvas. And may I become skillful in the Bodhisattva mind, which willingly takes on the purposes of others, the brave mind perfectly complete. But that may perfect all the Bodhisattva's activities and become such a venerable Avalokiteshvara. After all my future lives, may I work for the benefit of myself and others. May I subdue all demons, extremists, and opponents with the wrong views. There's a skillful power that enables me to the Bodhisattva activities to bring this to venerable Vadapani. Throughout my future lives, without the laziness and complete these my Christian generating the most of mind and seeing that not wavering from it. With a great effort, may I find incomparable Buddhahood, becoming the Buddha Shakyamuni. Utilize make them able to overcome all sicknesses of body and mind, obstacles to achieving enlightenment. May come to those God medicine Buddha, despite mentioning whose name I was able to pacify all sufferings of body, speech, and mind. All through the future lives, may I attain with every length of life I wish for, becoming this Buddha Amitayas. By saying his name, I was able to subdue all untimely death. When obstacles of life come near, please fear to me, Savior Amitayas, and with your four activities, name your disciples, fearing them failing whenever one was fitting. As soon as your form is seen, may all obstacles of life be extinguished without exception. When you appear in whatever form is fitting, for your disciples, Savior Amitayas, may be able to recognize these forms as you. May have faith is not artificial and is unshakably upon stronger eyes. With power that faith may be able to reach directly with you in the form of virtuous friends, but off their lives with Amitayas, giving direct teachings and for becoming separate. That all my future lives may be held in the kindness of a fully qualified Mahina virtuous teacher, root of all ordinary and transcendent good qualities, and that he should become very happy with me. At that time also, through the power of a strong and unshakable faith in my virtuous guide, may I moving form actions that please my teacher with all three doors of my body, speech, and mind. May I not do anything that would cause my body to become displeased for even an instant. Having pleased my virtuous friend, may every holy instruction be bestowed without leaving anything out. May I diligently practice, understanding whatever meanings are taught. May I strive to begin them, able to accomplish them completely, and not become influenced for even instant by misleading friends or the virtuous teachers. Throughout all my life, may I have reason, faith, in cause and effect, renunciation, ye also wits for enlightenment, pure view, and knowledge presented deathlessly, thoughts without break. that all my future lives and the roots of virtue I perform through my body, speech, and mind serve to benefit others, becoming a cause for the pure enlightenment. May all the diseases that sadden the minds of sentient beings that result from karma and different conditions, such as the harm of grahas, spirits, illnesses, and the Buddhas, not occur in the realms of the world. Whatever suffering there are from whether threatening diseases that, like a butcher leading an animal to be slaughtered, separate the body from the mind in the mere instant, not occur in the realms of the world. May all embodied beings be unharmed by acute, chronic, and other epidemic diseases. Mere sounds of whose meaning terrify beings as soon as they are in places of the mouth of Yama, Lord of Death. The all embodied beings be unharmed by the 8,000 classes of interferers, the 1860 real spirits that harm suddenly, 424 diseases, and so forth. Whatever sufferings that are to the disturbance of the four elements, involving the body and mind, every happiness be pacified. May the body and mind have endurance and power, and meeting down with the long life, good health, and well being. By the compassion of the Gurus and three jewels, the power of the kings, eternal protectors and guardians, by the power of truth and infallibility of karma and its results, may all these dedications and my prayers be fulfilled. Jigden Hamdu Bende Maluban Game Jungwen Zambe Yinon Kandrin Sumen Tenzin Gazola Zoadebzum, Tujelondrum, Tobzul Jangin Jangun Gelwen, Tenzin Yompelwe Gunzodo Borzen, Shrubzum Gorwele Montudrum, through illuminating all your appearance, dispels the darkness. They align those 84,000 heaps of Dharma, the power of the remedy of the 84,000 delusions, claiming that in rising itself to the victorious in battle of the auras, I worship the supremely kind great Vajradhara on my crown. Clarifying the scriptures and realization, the teachings of the Muni, spread and illuminate the teachings whatever they have not yet spread in the world. Becoming also son of the conquerors, you bear hearts of patience. The son of the realization of the perfection of wisdom, son of the pen of the rising. Precious jewel, Lord, possessing love and compassion, you liberate upon seeing. Treasury supremely great among the great, both comprehending and clarifying the meaning of that deepest compassion. You guide all beings in the path of liberation. The quality spiritual friend, my guru, please remain forever. She who protects from the fears of the three times Aryatara, speaks the lifespan and activities of beings who preserve the Dharma, always with exception develop their spontaneous activities. The three roots may all be auspicious. Shumda dedition the brother the beyond the Bazagina and Zukigabala Chaksalum, and the Simba Kundu Sambala Chaksalum. Tired but you get half a butter nasal, do Damageso, then but you get a butter nasal, do Damageso. 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 From the edition to Badada beyond the gaming love, and there you go, but Jack Salom. From the edition to Badada beyond the game, one on one time to have to pick up the Jack Salom. Due to the blessings of the eminent victorious ones and the Buddhas, that the flowers of valuable dependent rising, and the power of my spirit special attention, taking responsibility, may all the aims of my pure peers be accomplished. While appearance sounds in the one who is knowing, being the deity, the mantra of the Dharmakaya, manifested in limitless activity, the holy bodies and transcendental wisdom. May mind become one taste with the drop of the holy mind, inseparable from the practice of the great profound secret yoga.